Hi, folks. Welcome to Settle It on the Screen Live here on the Twin Galaxies Facebook page and the Twitch channel. Thanks for joining us. We're live from the downtown Grand Casino here in downtown Las Vegas.
Over, technically, at the commissary, the gaming event room that's the downtown Grand so graciously lets us use.
Yes, it's awesome. We're here for the NHL 94 King of 94 tournament. We're getting close to the end of the day. Me and Nick have been eliminated. Rightfully so. We planned on it. That's why we got the suit coats, and we're here broadcasting to you live. If you guys are looking for a hoodie code, I'm sorry. We only have jacket codes, and we'll be giving those out later today.
Yeah, jacket codes, yeah.
Yes.
This is the show for jackets.
Yeah,
Taunt Fest, hoodies, set on screen jackets.
Yes, I know you guys are typically tuning in for H1Z1, but tonight we're doing a little broadcast for the retro community.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great event. We do have the best. We have the world record holders.
We sure do.
Are still in the tournament. Over $10,000 should be awarded tonight, not to the grand prizes. And we're playing on the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. Right now you're watching a loser bracket match for the Sega Genesis. We're going to get to the semifinals here shortly.
So this is
a loser bracket.
It's not technically an exhibition match.
It
still counts.
We could see one of these guys in the finals,
which is pretty nice.
Yes. So very cool. Thanks for seeing you guys all tonight in the chat. Make sure you guys share and love. We love to see the chat. What games do we get jackets in? No, you get real jackets. Real jackets.
Like physical jackets you wear on your body.
It's completely different. There's no digital codes for NHL 94. I know it's a little bit different, but
like a jacket, so like it's cold outside. You're like, ooh, how do I get warm? You put a jacket on. That's what we give away.
I know you guys want to see H1Z1, but it's a little bit different tonight. We will tell Todd he is a sexy little man.
Very sexy.
He's very sexy.
Without a doubt, no.
I love when he hosts Taunt Fest.
Absolutely,
great.
He's a good-looking man.
So thanks for joining us, guys. We do have a little time before the first semifinal match. So it's great for you guys to join us.
Yes, we really appreciate you guys. And for all the people that were watching us earlier on our Twitch stream, we say thank you and we apologize.
Yes. There's some things that shouldn't have been said.
Yes, a lot of things maybe.
Yes.
Not that they weren't funny, but I mean, hopefully everyone realizes that we're having fun here. It is a crazy atmosphere, too. This isn't like the normal stoic atmosphere of our show.
Yes.
There are hundreds of people walking about this room, so this is not just like a couple of dudes hanging out.
Yes.
I mean, I guess it is. It is.
About 50 to... there were 60 competitors.
There's a lot of people in here right now.
60 competitors coming all over the U.S., a few from the United Kingdom, here to play a ridiculous 20... What are we on? 20... I can't do the math. Over a 25... 25?
No, it'll be... It turns 24 this November.
24, yeah. 24-year-old hockey game that is still considered one of the best sports games of all time. If not the best. I think it's the best. I mean,
it's my favorite.
I thought 93 was your favorite still.
No. 93, 94.
They're the same game.
To me, they're honestly kind of the same game. It's hard to say. Like I said earlier, 93 was probably my favorite. It probably is now mainly because I got destroyed so violently today in NHL 94, so I don't have a a relationship with NHL 94 right now.
You didn't get shut out today, did you?
Twice, yeah.
Oh, you got shut out twice?
I didn't score for 7 straight periods.
I got shut out by the NHL 94 world record holder. It's my first game. Then I won 3 games and moved on. But
I got shut out by some people who were like, I won 2, lost 2. And I'm like, oh, cool.
Cool, awesome.
They thought I was joking when I said, you're in for a treat.
Yes.
So, boy, were they right.
Yes. We'll talk about some things that happened yesterday here. Cool. There's a new movie that was premiered.
Yes.
You guys all love video game movies or documentaries. There's really no video game movies unless you're playing Pixels or watching Pixels.
I think that was about the only one. Maybe Last Starfighter back in like 83 or something
true.
like that.
Another documentary about, what else are we talking about? NHL 94. Pixelated Heroes was premiered to the competitors in a small crowd.
Yes. It was the, whatever you want to call it.
The screener copy.
Screener cut.
Yeah, there's still some things that need to be fixed before you guys can watch it on Netflix.
Still 10 minutes we haven't seen, which is pretty cool. I'm very excited about that.
But the movie's complete, and you guys we don't have any information tonight on when it's coming out.
We do not.
No, but it has been watched for the first time. by the public in a way.
In a way.
In a way. I wonder if anybody had their camcorders out, dubbing the...
There was one guy who was jokingly bootlegging it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's still technically an unfinished film, but I would say the reception for it was very well received from the community. I don't think you have to worry about that. Mikey McBride has worked his butt off the last 4 years on this project, and especially if you are a fan of NHL 94, I will say you will not be disappointed in the film. The fact that someone made a movie about this video game is pretty much the coolest thing ever.
Awesome. I mean, you'll see in the movie that a lot of people are, I saw a tear in somebody's eye.
Yeah, same here, man.
I was like, yeah, I mean, it's most, to be honest with you, it's middle-aged men, 30 to 45's childhood is who's here. I mean,
we're on the younger side.
Yeah, we
really
there,
are.
yeah.
I mean, for especially, I'm not saying there isn't younger guys who play it now, but that one that grew up with it.
Yes.
I mean, you were 11, I was 12 when it came out, I believe. So, I mean, we're definitely in the younger crowd to want to even play a hockey game. Usually a 7 or 8-year-old probably doesn't have much interest in sports games, or at least that's how I was when I was a kid. But, no, and especially just, me and Mike have known Mikey for over 2.5 years now. So just seeing this almost from the beginning is it's a really cool thing.
You worked on it too.
No, absolutely. I was just saying you worked on a lot more than I did. Mike was in his multiple scenes.
I had the skates on to film some on ice.
Yeah, Mike was doing some pretty cool Steadicam shots on the ice, and I will say they turned out pretty awesome.
That's very cool. Oh yes, we got the NHL. The amount of NHL '94 jerseys is the remarkable aspect. People have all-star jerseys from that era.
No, I know.
And they've labeled them 94 with their own last name for love for the game of NHL 94.
Not to mention that, I saw a lot of NHL 94 specific T-shirts, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I was thinking this, and Mike and I was looking for them. And not that I thought anyone would make the shirt, because why would anyone other than you and I wear a shirt like this? But I was kind of wanting to... Like, if these two jackets made it into video game form, that's...
My orange shorts
my
jacket
God.
and your plaid.
My
folks,
Johnny Carson.
We see you in the chat. It's right here, folks. The beer is here. We are having a good time.
Oh. Check this out, folks. I don't know. You probably can't see this.
Johnny Carson.
This is an official Johnny Carson edition, I believe from 1976. This is vintage. I bought it at a thrift shop for $4 in 2004. I had it dry cleaned and tailored last Christmas. And amazingly enough, the dry cleaner I go to said, "Oh no, I can take care of it. Don't worry about it." I was like, "Really? It's 40 years old." And they're like, "No, these things are very versatile." Like, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know you could make pants bigger.
All right, folks, we're back. The semifinals of the Sega Genesis
my goodness.
are going to happen tonight. There is still a loser bracket that is going to play the winner of these two, but these are in my opinion,
this is kind of the matchup right here.
This is the matchup you wanted to see.
Look at that.
It's not the King of 94 yet, but you got Angry J 93 versus King Raph.
Yeah, I would say King Raph and Nadal here.
Yes, he's right there in the Rangers jerseys for you folks at home. He is the NHL world record holder on 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, and 98 for the Sega Genesis. Also on the Super Nintendo and
Sega
the
CD.
Sega CD.
Yes.
Beat somebody I know very much in an upset.
You
his
don't
family,
know him as well as you think.
but he doesn't have that team NHL 94 record.
You hell no.
That's right,
only
baby.
one people
Only
got
real
that.
people play with offsides.
Yeah, exactly. Offsides only.
So right now we have Angry Jay. He's in the black T-shirt,
I'm
and they
curious
are
who they're
picking
gonna pick,
teams.
Mike.
We're going to have our crew help us. Who's picking who?
Yes.
We are literally behind a curtain. We can see them, but we're behind. We can't see.
Yeah, I can see
we
both
can't
of them
see
actually.
who's. AJ is the home team.
All right, that's good to know.
So we got Vancouver. Oh no, or they already
They're
decided.
it's good. It's tiny delay. Yeah, like 10.
Congratulations,
2 seconds.
Sega, on taking 95 world records next week. I hope.
Oh, that's
I hope
great.
you have a good time.
I feel bad that you're even playing it.
Yeah. Maybe you should try to break our world record.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is best 2 of 3. So it's not one game and it's over.
Oh, we're not doing 4 or 7.
No.
Oh, okay. 20-minute periods.
No. We also have our author co-host Josh. He'll be coming in.
Yeah,
He'll be
absolutely.
subbing in because we don't know how long tonight's going to be. It could be
I suspect it's going to
be an hour, hour and a half. It could be 2, 3, 8 hours.
Strap in, folks. It's not going to be quite our 24-hour of Le Mans rally that we're going for 2 weeks from now.
Since they're doing that, we can do that right now.
Speaking of 24-hour runs,
maybe
October 13th.
There we go. October 13th. Go ahead, Nick.
I was going to say October 13th at 4 p.m. Sorry, I didn't lock that. 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The Satellite on the Screen crew is going to start our 24 hours for autism research by playing Gran Turismo 5's 24 Hours of Le Mans race. We are going to be racing in between, I would say, 340 and 400 laps is what we're going for. And because it's a charity run, what we are asking for is obviously donations of any kind. If you want to just give us $10, $15, that is wonderful too. What we are trying to do is get donations per lap, meaning we want 10 cents per lap.
5 cents, 1 cent.
Yes,
1 cent,
exactly. 1 cent's fine too. It's like $3.50.
Yep.
So.
Or you can just donate a regular amount. Go on over to the Twin Galaxies Facebook page. Game 1 is started here, folks.
J is Calgary.
You got Theo Fleury for the Calgary.
Calgary,
yes.
And he is Boston, right?
And yes, Raph has Boston, which is a unique matchup. This is a typical matchup that goes on all the time. I had to play it 3 times today.
I had to play it today, too.
Yep. Oh, here we go. We got a breakaway coming through. Manuel goalie does his job.
Theo Fleury passing it to Cam Neely. Actually, I know these teams pretty well, I think.
Yeah, this helps us out again.
Yeah, it sure does.
But this
Sergei
has been
Makarov.
a defense going straight up the middle. I haven't seen a nice one-timer. Oh, we almost got another break with Joey Juno.
No.
Joey. That's what they used to call him all the time.
Wait, Joey?
Joey.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But,
Fleury,
Manuel goalie, right in the chest. It is actually really quiet here. I think we are the loudest voices right now.
It was really loud about 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
We're going to have to use our golf voices.
I feel this is a golf voice. We're going to have our golf claps here. All right, Cam Neely breakaway. Oh, goes through. He goes for the dive.
Cam Neely dives in and scores.
See, that is
on
one move that
Vernon.
I never used, is the dive to stop a breakaway. I'm always just trying to go left and right.
I feel stupid. I don't even know what that is. What's
the A button?
I've never used that before.
You've never used the A button?
I didn't even know it did something.
That's why you're sitting here next to me while we're doing this.
I didn't know A button did something on defense.
Yes. So we got King Raph.
Oh, behind the net with Vernon.
Up by
Passing
1.
up to Makarov. Makarov taking it behind the net.
Behind the net. It's not like Gretzky.
Yeah, it's kinda weird.
There's really no room back there to make.
Taking
nice. That was the pass shot.
That was pretty good. That was the pass shot. It's much more effective in NHL 93, as everybody knows.
He goes right through the
Sergei
goalie's
Makarov,
5-hole.
Choice.
Oh, Adam Oates. Oh, the goes back to the backhand and an extra one.
King
Raph is
Raph.
up by 2.
Another goal. Here, Fleury taking away the face-off. Sergei Makarov takes it up. Tries to deke, but gets knocked down by Don Sweeney.
Don Sweeney's a good pick in this game.
No, Don Sweeney's a very good pick.
Oh, try the cross pass. Good pick.
Very good defense by Mr. J. Angry J.
See, now these guys.
Fleury misses on the one-timer.
Watching these guys, it seems like the typical normal NHL 94 strategy, but they just play at such a perfect pace.
No, they really do.
Yes.
It's incredibly entertaining to watch, too.
Yes.
As you folks at home probably can tell.
Yes. And once again, folks, if you guys are just joining us, this is the NHL 94 tournament.
Yes.
Live from Las Vegas. 60 competitors came to Las Vegas to compete on a 24-year-old game, soon-to-be 24-year-old game.
It has a birthday in a little over a month.
That's right. That's right. It came out after the NHL season started.
Yeah, it was in November.
That's right.
It was right before your 12th birthday, Mike.
That's right.
Because that's when you got it.
That's right. This is my childhood in the book. 2-1.
Theo Fleury, of course.
Yep.
Al McGinnis, not a better slap shot in hockey history. Used to practice with metal pucks.
Which
is insane.
Something like 16 ounces.
Yeah.
Double the
actual weight.
Nice. I've practiced with a practice puck, and it's 10, or I think it's 10 or 12
heavier.
Ounces. Yeah.
Okay.
Theo
it's like
Fleury?
playing football with a medicine ball. It's really hard.
Can try the cut pass.
The defense. The defense
saved by Vernon.
is not bad.
No, they are very good with their manual goalies, but they stay home quite a bit.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too much left and right. Here we go. Another breakaway. Big save. The manual goalie makes everything here. Breakaway the opposite way. Goes for the dive, trying to go for the corner.
That dive move. I'm not going to lie, Mike. I have never seen this dive move before.
I saw the dive move quite a bit earlier today.
Did you really?
In the Super
Don
Nintendo.
Sweeney taking it up.
But in the preliminary rounds, nobody, the games I was watching, and nobody against me when I got a breakaway, nobody went for the dive. I mean, if they go for the dive, you just got to go left or right.
Breakaway. Breakaway. Oh, saved by Andy Moog.
Adam Oates should have been a Red Wing.
Well, he was a Red Wing.
He was a Red
for
Wing.
a very short period of time. Him and Adam Graves both traded away by Jacques Demers. Genius decisions.
Genius. Hey, he started building the Red Wings.
No, but if it wasn't for trades like that, wow, Joey.
King Raff just gets another goal with Boston on the
3-1.
backhand again past Vernon.
Now, in the late 80s, the Wings made some pretty suspect moves, which did make a way for Brian Murray to come in and take over the general manager spot, which eventually led to Scotty Bowman and many Stanley Cups.
And building the Stanley Cups.
Yes, exactly.
Jacques Demers and Brian Murray have much credit to the Detroit Red Wings' ongoing dynasty that ended last year.
It did.
Playoff run.
And now it'll be over with for a very long time.
I don't know if we'll see the Red Wings here in the finals. They might have been used quite a bit throughout the day. Just to get you guys know, that for those of you joining us here on this broadcast, it is a little bit different. Every time these guys play a different round, they have to pick two different teams than that person has picked before. So, for example, today, who's away? Boston. Raff is away. So Raff had to choose the two games today.
Yeah.
So he picked Calgary and Boston. He can no longer pick Calgary and Boston anymore throughout the tournament.
Yeah, which means he has not used it yet.
Yeah, or he's not used it
pretty
as
good.
well. Now, granted, Angry Jay there to the right, if he has not picked Boston and Calgary matchup, he can pick that as well.
Of course.
So these guys have already played 25, 27, 28 games. So it's one thing to keep track of, but the matchups may not be favorable for you.
At this point. And the only thing you can hope for, the way I look at it, is I actually, and I play better as the home team, but I look forward to being the visitor, especially at the beginning, because then you're not making any decisions. So you are saving all of your choices,
your picks,
which is really nice.
I had to use Detroit-Chicago on my elimination game. I didn't get to. I can't believe that someone passed up Chicago and they took Detroit. And of course,
they're a better team.
I think so too.
I did not play as Detroit or LA today. I played as Calgary 3 times, though, which actually they're not that bad. Not that it made me play anybody.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes out, trying to go back in with Theo Fury. Got 3 minutes and 38 seconds left here in the first period. This is just game 1 of 3 or 2.
Of course, Raphael Friedman is the... Well, he's in the lead right now. I wanted to say reigning champ, but he did win the Genesis tournament in 2015, so...
there's a movie, Pixelated Heroes. If we get a chance, we'll show you guys the trailer here in between games.
It might not be after this game. It might be after this matchup.
After this matchup. Thank you, Nick. God, you're so right.
Yes, thank you. Oh! Gary Roberts
comes
from
back.
Robert Reichel. Not bad.
Do.
You think Gary Roberts and Robert Reichel talked about that a lot? Like,
No.
Robert was like, how come you got my first name for a last name? Gary Roberts has a 2 first name. Oh, yeah. Robert Reichel and Gary Roberts. I think they have more in common than just names.
Angry Jay has tied it up here. It's 3-3 game 1. Probably the two most heavy favorites to win either side of the Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo.
Yeah, and that's
I got to check up on Super Nintendo. Raph might be out. I don't know for sure. He might be still in the losers bracket.
Yeah, and they were one of the few people who are in both tournaments.
Yeah, to be honest, we are at a standstill because these two probably have to play in a Super Nintendo game shortly afterwarly.
I'm not sure.
Either versus each other or somebody else.
I know, obviously, Genesis is Raph's preferred system.
Yeah. I almost said coffee, but it's Ray Bork. Oh, here we go. Breakaway for Theo.
And a save by Andy Moog.
That was a good. You got a poke check in there, too. Penalty with 51 seconds
What
left.
is this, hockey nowadays?
Oh, God, yeah.
Come on, they didn't call penalties in the last minute back then.
This wouldn't be a shocker if it goes to overtime.
Not even remotely.
Playing the puck back. Oh, he's got to run. He's got to run. Oh, he tried the backhand move that he used on me earlier. Didn't work there.
Kevin Dahl substituting in for Al McGinnis.
Oh, wider
I was
than
about
that.
to say almost blown coverage by the replacement defenseman.
Oh, nice check, Neely. Oh, try
Kevin
for that
Dahl
one time.
saving the day there.
Oh my God, it's going to the
Of
first
course.
overtime. This is like
Typical.
Could be scripted, but
Of
pretty much
course.
is. Changing their lines.
We saw this a lot back when you and I. Well, you're still very good at this game. I'm not quite good at this game anymore. But we saw this a lot when we used to play.
Yes.
We were always known for playing 7-game series, and a game 7 always went to overtime.
Here we go, folks. Now, if there's more than one, we're going to reset the game and keep going. But 9 minutes and 49 seconds. Why am I saying that? Just another penalty. It's probably to even it up. Yep, that's typical. Take out your best defenseman. That's a NHL referee for you, for sure.
Best defenseman for best defenseman trade.
Segathon, yes. Knowing all these players by heart, this is our childhood, buddy. These are our heroes. Big save by Vernon.
Not just because we played the game, too. We watched hockey like fiends, too.
We live in Detroit where we get to watch Molson Hockey Night. Oh, there it is. Cam Neely
scoring.
King Raff takes the first
King
game.
Raff.
There you go, folks.
And for those of you who just joined us, King Raff was up. He was up 3-1.
Yeah.
And Jay came back and tied it.
So that's a very good game one here. Thanks again for watching us. Make sure you guys share and love our post. If you're watching us on the Facebook channel, make sure you guys join us nightly, Monday through Friday, on the Twin Galaxies Facebook page. We do Settle It on the Screen. We talk about the latest video game world record news for multiple systems, from Atari all the way up to the new PlayStation 4, Xbox. I want to say Xbox Live, Xbox One. I hate Xbox One.
Isn't it now
Steam
Xbox One X?
No, that's the updated version. Just like
The
there's
one
the
that's coming
PlayStation, Pro, just a 4K model.
It's the same thing. then.
Nick's newest system is the Sega Genesis. Virtual Boy. I'm sorry,
That's
Virtual
true.
Boy.
No, Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
It's actually not true. I own an Xbox 360, but I don't play it.
All right, they've switched controllers.
And they have raised the volume, which is good for us, because now I don't feel like I have to talk in a golf voice. But it is quiet in
Actually,
here.
did they crank it? I hope it didn't crank it for everybody at home. What? Hey, Mike, you want to come in here for a second?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Doing great.
Pretty good.
Mike, you want to shake my seat?
Yes, Mike's going to do some...
I'm going to do some... I don't know. I'm going to go to the bar. I'm in
Oh,
there.
okay. Hey, Mike, could you...
A pantsuit.
Hey, Mike, could you grab me a Pepsi? Thank you.
Make it a
And if
double
they
Pepsi.
happen, I was say, if they happen to have wine all of a sudden, I wouldn't be opposed to drinking that too.
So we're on Twitch right now.
Twitch and Facebook. We are on the main
Right on.
channels.
Look at the Twitch doing really well. Right
Absolutely, we're doing
on.
good.
Cheers.
Cheers. You
That's
gotta like
pretty-
this, man.
Man, the two best players.
Yes, and you
the
assume
world.
you were watching the
Oh, yeah.
last game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's anyone's match. Is it the first time AJ lost today? Raph still hasn't lost.
Oh, he still hasn't lost either.
No. On the
Oh,
Sega
they were
Genesis,
both.
They're
Wow,
both
that's
undefeated.
incredible.
Undefeated.
So they must have been in what, C and D groups then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was
It-
A, B, C, and D groups for people at home.
Yeah, like we knew we had to keep these guys separate.
Like, no, you have to. Because I was calling him Rafael Nadal. I was to say, this is Federer and Nadal here on Genesis. You can't have them play till the finals.
So, man, this is intense right now.
In Washington, Montreal now.
Who we got on? Who's on which team right now?
You know, that I'm not sure. We,
John. Who's doing
thank you.
this? Okay.
Okay.
Raph is Washington. AJ's Montreal.
Great.
Oh, Raph's Montreal.
Okay.
AJ's Washington. Thank
That's
you guys. Go.
fantastic. Washington, Montreal, not two teams that I'm very familiar with playing-wise.
Was it Raph? Raph was Washington.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Raph
Raph
is
is Montreal.
Montreal.
Okay. Raph,
Okay.
Montreal. So Raph, if you guys know, is Raphael
Gonna
Freeman.
score that.
Ah.
That is Raphael Freeman, from Gary
just-
Mueller, and
oh,
Vincent
just-
Damfoos.
Wow. So Raph is up. So Raph is the one wearing the Rangers shirt.
Yes, he is.
Angry
Peter
Jay.
Bondra taking a face-off from Kirk Muller there.
Raphael Freeman coming to us live from New Jersey.
Yes. Twin Galaxies. We went to the main page. Yep. Yeah. Well, I was going to say,
So
you
that's-
guys know. I guess we don't need
Raph's
to.
up
Is it
2-0
2-0 now? Who
2-0.
scored in that one?
Geez, I missed it. So this is looking good, folks. Oh, my lordy.
Muller again? Oh, wow.
So
Montreal was all right this year. They were not the world champs anymore.
So, if you're a fan of NHL 94, if you're watching and watch closely at how they play, this is the top end, all the tips and tricks, and even look at little stuff like how they're passing, how they're checking, and all that stuff. Everything is tuned on there. Even though it looks like a normal game, these guys are playing such a high level.
And it's not just the way their offensive play is, and because both of them are so good, it really does look like a normal game, like you said. But unlike, like I said, I went 0-6. My defense is still pretty solid, but I can't score, and I can't do good defense with even passable offense. Their defense is better than mine, yet they can score at a high level too. It's really kind of astounding that this is even possible. Yeah, it should be.
This one's on. Can people hear me?
Yeah, actually, hand me those headphones and I will make sure.
All right. Here you go.
Thank you, sir.
How am I? Let's squeeze in, guys. I think this is a 3-man booth would be a great right now. Can you hear me? Yes, no? Check. 1, 2.
Check. Mikey.
Check.
I don't know.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Maybe these aren't the monitor mics.
Oh, okay. Can you people hear me or no?
Yeah. Is there any way you can let us know in the chat? You guys let us know 20 minutes ago that audio wasn't great. If you could just let us know.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, you can hear me.
Fantastic.
So joining us in the booth, Arda Ocal.
Hello, everyone.
ESPN, MSG Networks, former WWE. Pretty much, this guy gets paid to talk. He's
current
talker.
NHL 94.
Yep.
Me and Arda did equally good today. And then you bested me in our rubber match.
We had the greatest game, the Mr. Irrelevant game, where we played Ottawa versus Anaheim,
which was beautiful.
It was fantastic, and we have the complete opposite game going on right now. The two best players in the world, essentially, are playing right now at NHL 94.
And Raphael Friedman is up 2-1 on Angry J.
Angry J 93. He just got a 1 goal.
Beautiful!
He ties it up.
Angry J ties it up. This is the stuff I'm looking
this
at.
This
he's smiling.
As good as it is.
The smile lasted a few seconds, but when you get AJ to smile, it lasts a lifetime.
Peter Bondra has been really effective in the earlier rounds, but Dmitry Kristich has stepped up in the semifinals. As I speak, there's the hat trick for Dmitry Kristich.
Well, as everyone knows, Dmitry Kristich was getting over a very bad sinus infection earlier in the day, and thank God we were able to go to the pharmacy today.
He was out for 1 period.
1 period. It was ugly.
No blood.
No, none, but a lot of snot.
That's the S word. Oh,
that's the S word. It is. We
Bondra's on the board. 1 goal for Bondra. It looks like Raph is coming away with this one. Raph is controlling the Capitals. Is that correct?
He sure is.
No. No,
AJ is controlling.
AJ's looking to get back in this series to tie it up here.
Yeah, and this is 4 unanswered goals.
Oh, look at that skating. Look at that technique.
Look at that. And then just an annihilation. That may be a targeting penalty in today's game.
Oh, now.
Oh, boy.
Answered.
Yep.
Answered.
Vincent Damphousse with his 3rd assist of the game.
There was a call, and that was the answer, folks.
Sorry, dead air is always bad, but this game is really entertaining.
Yeah, I'm looking at the game just like you guys at home.
No, I know. It's bad announcership.
Feel free to comment in the comment section as well, and we will get to your questions and thoughts as well as we go along here. We've reached the final 3 in the Sega Genesis. Beautiful goal!
My God.
Again, Dmitry Kristich, the hero of the day.
Those antihistamines are working wonders.
Aren't they? Mm-hmm. My goodness.
Oh.
Breakaway.
Oh, look at that.
The goalie cut off every angle on that one.
Wow, hit the post. The world's slowest Zamboni is cleaning the ice as we get into the 3rd period. Oh, beautiful goal there.
Oh.
Kurt Muller with his hat trick.
You can never count a world champion out.
Oh, man, this is it, man. Within 1.
Unlike the last game, which was a very tight contest with great defense.
Defense is thrown out the window in this one.
Yeah, it is in a tie.
As we talk, Patrice Brisebois ties it up. Vincent Damphousse with his 4th assist.
4th assist. You can't stop. A good friend is always there when you need your help.
And an out-of-town score. San Jose is leading Edmonton by a score of 4-2.
Wow, very surprising considering the upstart San Jose Sharks.
The first year San Jose Sharks.
Can you believe they're actually winning a game in NHL 94?
It's pretty astounding. But with the loss of Mark Messier.
Oh! Yeah, right. The loss of everyone.
The loss of everyone. The Edmonton Oilers are not...
Grant Fuhr plays for the Sabres. Glenn Anderson's on Toronto somehow in this game. Hadn't been traded to the Rangers in NHL 94. That was a surefire goal. We thought that was going in.
And half of the Edmonton Oilers now play for the New York Rangers.
So Firefighter 319 says, is this the one where you can make your head bleed? No, that is NHLPA 93.
It is exactly right here. That is this game. This is the game you were looking for.
Yes. NHL 94 has no blood.
No blood. It was taken out.
That's insane. Tied again. This is the battle of the Titans.
This is a back-and-forth contest. Both players among the best in the world, 1A and 1B essentially for years, want to make it to the finals.
Yes, they do. And in this game, if Raphael can pull it off, he is in, which would be a two-game sweep, which would be almost unheard of between two players of this caliber.
Now, it's important to note that the loser does not get eliminated. They move on to a loser's bracket.
Very true. And if we refer to the loser's bracket, we are not just referring to an exhibition contest. You can make your way out of the loser's bracket and back into the main wins. Kirk Muller with a shot off.
We are tied at 6 with 1 minute left. We could be going to overtime here.
It's going to be overtime. I'm going to call it right now. This is overtime.
Oh, beautiful!
Muller with the one-timer in the save by Patrick.
That manual goalie, folks. Watch that manual goalie. So, folks, we're coming in. It's overtime.
And you called it, Mikey. You called it.
The fans and former participants in this tournament have stuck around to watch the semifinals and finals.
Yeah, it is a packed house full of all the players basically that lost to a lot of these guys who are left.
Every single hockey jersey in Vegas is in the crowd.
No kidding.
Including Columbus.
Yeah, we got 2 Columbus Blue Jackets jerseys.
Oh, that was almost the game winner right there.
Muller.
Here's a breakaway! Oh! Can you believe he did not score?
Patrick
Waugh passing it up to Muller. Oh,
here we go.
a little unsteady on his feet there.
Washington coming in.
Patrick Waugh can't hear you with the 2 Stanley Cup rings in his ears.
JR. That was a chirp to Jeremy Roenick.
Oh,
there we go.
Waugh single-handedly saving this game for the Montreal Canadiens.
Hatton. Okay, we go.
Henry J. Peter Bondra saving the contest. Back-to-back overtime games for the 2 world champions.
My Lord.
This one's going to game 3.
Looks like we got a rubber match, folks.
Okay, we're going to bring Michael back in.
We're going to rotate tonight. Cool.
Yeah, there's some rotations happening. This is rotating commentators here on the Twitch channel.
Oh, what a game.
Twin Galaxies, folks. Baby. Bringing you all the action.
Insane, folks. Insane.
Awesome. Hey, Mikey, what's up?
Michael, that's a nice jacket, man.
Thank you, sir. It's going to be the new thing on the H1Z1 game is the orange short sleeve jacket and the plaid jacket. Actually,
but not only that, the short sleeve blazer.
Yeah, the short
you are starting a trend, my friend.
That's right.
As we come into the 3rd and final game of this semifinal.
AJ's Vancouver. Ooh, in Dallas, this is a good matchup. I like these 2 teams.
Huge
These
matchup.
are very even, in my opinion.
So just to recap, the winner of this game, this is it. This is one and done now. The winner of this game will move on to the finals, and the loser will have another opportunity to qualify for the finals, playing EA in a 1-game playoff.
EA is from the losers bracket, just to let everybody know. Why
he is not a loser.
No, he's not a loser. He's the winners of the loser bracket. And he could
Say that
still
5
be
times fast.
and he could still be the king of 94 tonight. Oh man! After this match, when they're setting up for the next one, we will play a trailer for the Pixelated Heroes that was premiered here last night. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. This is going to be a great third game, though.
While we're live on the air, let's take a selfie, ladies and gentlemen.
God! Hi.
Good job,
picture,
everyone.
Yes.
Nick,
excellent.
And now we can share it on social media.
Yeah. Isn't this socialism?
We're going to fax it to all our friends.
That's okay. They're trying to put name entry in or something.
Okay, folks. So
They're resetting again. They got the settings wrong. They turned on user records, so they reset the controller. I mean, I don't think user records are going to affect the gameplay, but we'll see. They should, yeah. Oh, the good old Minnesota North Stars moved to Dallas. Good old Livonia, Michigan. All-star Mike Modano.
the first American captain to win the Stanley Cup.
That's right. 50 goals, I think, 3 times. All right,
so we're starting.
There we go. King Raph is Dallas, and we got Angry Jay as Vancouver. Tenorti was big in an earlier game here that we broadcasted earlier. Cornell, big come out. Nice job. Modano gets the breakaway. For Raph, wide of an end. He's a little slur. I like Modano, but his accuracy is not quite there in this game. That's why this is a good matchup. Same with Bure. When you use Bure, he's too fast almost for that deke to the left. Oh, but there it is. Coasting to the right.
Angry Jay puts the first one on the board.
This is game 3, folks.
So they've both now only lost one game to each other. This is winner take all for this round.
Yeah, they haven't lost at all.
Mm-hmm. This is 1-1. This is the final game of the semifinals.
Oh,
and a beautiful goal. Pavel Bure does it again.
Left, right,
Can
left,
you
right,
believe
deke.
it?
Angry Jay must be happy with himself. He's up 2-0 in the first period.
The Russian Rocket contributing to AJ's success.
Cliff Ronning around the boards. Tenorti's going to go to the box.
Ronning laid out.
Okay. We got some things from the studio back in Detroit. We got a message. What do you guys think for the King of 94 3 tournament? We have an 82-game season. Another goal. And a penalty to rub it in even worse. Actually, if you guys go to NHL94.com, there is ongoing online seasons, maybe not 82-game seasons, that go on with these competitors that you're playing. 2 of the most dominant players online are the ones that we are watching right now and our favorites. Going out with Bure again, doing the traditional wraparound. Didn't work. Great defense. Modano, he pushes it through on the backhand. That's Raph's. He uses that all the time. It works.
Raph's on the board, 3-1.
Still 1 minute and 49 seconds left. Using Ronning to gain the zone.
Wrap around. Watch
this. Looking for a one-timer. He gets him to fall to his pads. Ronning gets the first goal.
That was a modified garbage goal.
Cliff Ronning. He's also in that movie, right?
Cliff Ronning and Pixelated Heroes.
That's right.
Shameless plug.
Shameless? No. People want to watch this movie. It's very entertaining. I saw it last night.
Shameful plug indeed.
Courtnall. Well, that was a Courtnall.
Here's Modano on the breakaway.
Nice defense there by Angry Jay. This game is just like the past 2. Breakaway.
So this is it. We're coming to the
Pavel
end of the
Bure.
first period.
Tenorti. Modano. Tried the pass shot on the outside. Backhand.
Puts him in the
best
boards.
animation in NHL 94.
Puts him in the boards.
King Raph's got a way to reclaim. Yeah.
Angry Jay's leading by a score of 4-1. He is booking his ticket to the finals if he can keep this up as we start the second period, and he does not.
Courtnall.
In fact, it is King Raph who gets on the board.
If this is anything, what's going to happen in this period, we're going to look for King Raph to do a comeback. I think I'm going to say it's going to be a 4-4 tie pretty quick here.
Mikey, don't call it a comeback. He's been here for years.
God, you got the puns going tonight. Yes.
That's a one-timer on the pun there.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of one-timers, that's a great save by the Dallas Stars.
And King Raph got, oh no, Lume.
Yurke Lume, known as one of the dirtiest players in NHL 94, gets a penalty.
Give that man a shower.
Good face-off win. Is he going to kill time? You know, there's no way to kill time. Not in the second period. It's all offense here in NHL 94. When you're down by 1 or 2, man, see? The game evens it up.
See, these players, there is no time wasting. They're going to use every moment they can to score goals and get that number high as they can so you can, have some breathing room.
Yeah, when you're at this skill level, it's not about just playing a old lock system. It's
An absolutely beautiful
One goal
away.
Right
there, Russ Gordon with the assist.
1 goal away.
John Casey, the father of stand-up goaltending, with the second assist as well.
Yes.
Look at that apple.
It's huge. You got some laughs on that one. All right. Oh, Bure with the backhander. No good. Oh, left out. Oh, was that an own goal? I believe that was an own goal. We don't have the replay right now, but I believe that was an own goal.
Oh, man. Cliff Ronning coming out. My boy, Cliff Ronning, doing some good work here. Yep.
Yeah,
no spoilers, but there's a pretty good... Okay, we're back.
There we go.
Score is 5-3 in favor of AJ. If AJ can hold this up, he will book his tickets to the finals.
Yeah. Bure coming in. Shot wide of the net.
Oh, pass to no one. Oh, double check after the...
Got some comments on the problem with the boom mic. If everyone can tell us if the audio is better, please let us know.
Robot gone? Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Sega.
Thank you, Segathon.
We know how that works. It's
Oh, that was a surefire goal. How did that stay out?
5-3 for Angry J.
Oh, nice check there,
If you're
Brooks.
just joining us, Angry J is the one in the black shirt. King
McDonald's
Raph.
back on the ice. Ganyang.
White jersey.
Oh, tried to push that through. Bure again could. Oh, nice. Perfectly timed check. Sometimes that's a no man's check. If you miss that check, then it's 1-on-1. Here we go. We got another 1-on-1.
Last chance.
Oh.
Oh.
Didn't go for the manual goalie there. That worked out great.
There we go. Cleared it out to end the period. Angry J still up by 2 goals. It's 5-3 for Vancouver.
And just, you can see the fatigue in their faces. Both of these gentlemen tonight have played in excess of more than 20 to 30 games, where the other competitors we're going to see shortly, most of them are only playing on one side.
Angry
As
J.
AJ adds to his lead there.
Look at those hats.
Yes.
About 4 of them.
Yeah,
Still.
stingy fans there.
Stingy fans.
Come on,
Don't
Vancouver.
They paid $45 for those hats. They didn't want to throw them on the ice. As he scores again,
Bure at
Pavel
the
Bure.
backhand.
Where are the hats for the 4 trick? None whatsoever.
There he threw him on the ice.
You
You don't
made a
wear
very
2
good
hats to a
point.
game.
You made a very good point earlier. Both Raph and AJ played in both the SNES and Sega Genesis tournaments, which means they've played at least 25 games each.
Yeah, these are the
today.
These are the Iron Mans at this point.
That was a beautiful spinorama, Savardian style, but Ronning said, hey, that's mine now.
Angry
Yes.
J's brought the hammer and put nails in the coffin.
Sacramento represent.
Yes. Now it's more of a time kill at this point for Angry J. It's more about puck possession. If he can get another goal, he add more insurance. Raph can come back with 3 minutes left, but I mean, if he can keep any puck control, he doesn't need to score.
If anyone can bring back, it's Raph. He can bring this back.
Now remember, Raph is not eliminated here. He does have a 1-game playoff with EA, and the winner of that will meet AJ if he holds on here in the finals in a best-of-3.
On the Sega Genesis side of the King of 94 tournament, for you folks at home. We haven't even started with the Super Nintendo here.
Okay, we're halfway done the third period. 8-3. Vancouver over Dallas. Angry J's playing Vancouver. King Raph in the Rangers jersey playing Dallas.
Courtnall, nice shot. Oh, good defense. No one there to follow it up.
The Dallas Stars not doing so well in this game. did very well in 1999 when they illegally won the Stanley Cup.
That Brett Hull goal. Yes, we all remember that well.
The bend. Stick. Brett Hull. All right, here, Bure. Do we have another one?
Oh,
no.
Wow.
See, I think it's
going
more,
for the slap shot.
Slap shot. That also kills 3 to 4 seconds, but he's still. Courtnall gets the tap in.
Do you hear that? That's more nails in the coffin, folks.
Pavel Bure with 4 goals and 4 assists in this game. He will be demanding a raise after the conclusion of this game.
Pass shot. Just trying to fool him on a dive. 30 seconds left.
9-3. Oh, 10-3.
He did that on purpose. He heard you.
The wheels are coming off.
Do you think they work on that in practice?
Oh, man, it's a slaughter at this point, but that is how some NHL 90s for 10 seconds left to go, and he still adds another one on.
There is no remorse from AJ in this contest. King Raf has been destroyed in this semifinal.
Yes. Well, he made it to the third game. Those are 2 great games that we had, 1 to overtime.
That's it.
So excellent job.
Angry Jay.
We could still see angry. I almost called him Angry Raf. I almost mixed them. I almost made him one team.
So we're going to bring in the victorious Angry Jay 93 from Sacramento.
Victorious in the semifinals is Angry Jay. He books his ticket to the final. As we bring him in right now, how does it feel to have booked your ticket to the final?
Feels pretty good. I was actually a little surprised with that third game. I didn't think it was going to end up like that, so it feels even better, I got to admit.
You did amazing. Now, Raf, he hasn't lost. You haven't lost. You both lost a game. You came back 11-3. That's an amazing win. What was your strategy on that third game?
I just really like Vancouver. I like their speed. They got a lot more skill than Dallas, so I just want to take the game right to them, and luckily it worked out.
When did you know in the third game that you were in Raf's head? Because you really ran away with it, especially in the second period.
I think it was second period. Even when he was coming back a little bit, just getting some goals, I still felt like he was really pressing out there. And I felt like if I just get a couple bounces, I can take a good lead.
So how confident are you now going into the finals? Raf has to play an elimination game with EA. Either of them coming to you, back to you in the finals. Now, how confident are you?
I feel confident, but I know both of these guys are going to be hungry to come at me. Seeing what I just did, they're going to want it even more. So I got to be ready for them.
Oh, that's very good. So now Raf goes back into the losers bracket. He's got another chance to come back. Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts? Is he going to come back? Is your prediction? Are you going to be playing Raf? Or are you going to be playing Eric?
I expect to play Raf. He's going to come back from this. I think he's pretty strong mentally. I expect him to win. He beat EA earlier, but if EA comes out, I'm going to be ready for him too.
How many games did you play today?
Oh,
did you keep a count?
I would say somewhere between 25
We guessed about
and
25, yeah?
Yeah, I would say around there, yeah.
So what's your mental, like, where are you mentally right now? Are you worn down, or are you feeling fresh? Like, how are you keeping up with all the sheer amount of games you have to play?
I'd say about an hour ago I was feeling pretty worn out, just switching systems back and forth, new TVs, new controllers, everything. But now that I'm focused on Genesis, I feel really strong. I want to play the final right now, to be honest.
Oh, nice. Coming on. So,
yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Get some rest. Yep. Don't worry about anything right now, and we'll see you in the finals.
Appreciate it, boys. Thank you.
Thanks. Right now, we are setting up. We're changing systems here on the broadcast. We're going to have the Super Nintendo up.
That man destroyed me by a score of 12-2 in the round robin, by the way.
So what we're going to do...
So we're going to wait a little bit.
Real quick, we're just going to take a look at the trailer for Pixelated Heroes. Real quick, so stay tuned. We're going to be back in a little bit at some point when we push play.
It has the triumphs and the failures, all of it's in there. And if you can get that into your documentary, then you really have something.
You could become your hero. You could be that person.
Every memory I have is just happiness.
It's hard to explain. It's fun.
That was just a great experience playing that for the first time.
Like a wave. I just got those goosebumps.
You could pretty much do what you wanted to do when you wanted to do it every single time.
It's an archaic video game that's found in pawn shops.
I had only known the Genesis version.
I'm a Super Nintendo guy.
This is where winners become winners!
I got an addiction, and it's called NHL 94, and you're just going to have to deal with that. Times get hot in this game.
I sure hope so.
It's a casino.
Because I know I've talked about it, I think, every time you've been on, but those chicken wings, they stopped me from getting the nachos that I talked Mike's ear off about for like 3 weeks. The entire trip in, I was like, man, those nachos, I am going to eat the hell out of those nachos. We get there that night, and I'm like, I'm getting the nachos, and the food was closed. But I was like, all right, man, and tomorrow I'm going to eat those nachos. And then you had wings, and I think I ate about a lot. I don't know how many I ate, but it was enough for where even like 8 hours later, I'm like, I'm still kind of full from those wings. And then I never got them. And then the next morning, I was like, yeah, I didn't get those nachos. And I don't see Mike often, like, angry very often. Whatever he was holding, I said I didn't get the nachos, and he threw whatever he was holding down, and I said, are you kidding me? And I was like, what? And he's like, and he was just so angry, and I'm like,
because it's all you talk about.
I know, it's all I talked about.
It's like your dream was crushed. It was like me going there and couldn't play NHL 94. You went there to
That's
eat
all
nachos.
I talked about was the nachos.
You went there to eat nachos, and they didn't have
and
them.
I didn't.
Why did you want the nachos at Real Sports?
Because I went online, and they had
Just a picture of
They had
them.
a picture of them, and they just looked really good. I'm a nacho freak, but I'm also like high maintenance nacho freak. Like most restaurants don't make good nachos. Like I would say 90% of all restaurants, especially the ones that brag about their nachos, those are the places that always make the lousiest nachos. And most Mexican places, unfortunately, make the worst nachos on the planet. So it's very difficult to make good nachos, in my opinion. I make really good nachos, but most bars make garbage nachos. This place, and I saw them in person, that someone else ordered them, and they look phenomenal. I mean, oh my God, they look good. Yeah.
So, Nick, what makes a good nacho?
Okay, this is the problem with most people when they don't make nachos. I like nachos. First of all, no one ever uses enough cheese, okay?
Cheese, number one.
But, okay, so you need cheese. And this is the main thing that makes me really mad about places. They have convection ovens. Convection ovens do make the best nachos.
Ovens.
So you need a convection oven, crisp tortillas, and they'd be corn. Don't give me any of the other garbage tortillas. I want crisp corn tortillas, cheese, and you can do but usually I just really want cheddar, maybe a mix of cheddar and mozzarella.
Second thing of cheese, got it.
Swiss on occasion if being fancy, but only like sparing amounts of Swiss. Yeah. And then I actually don't like meat on my nachos.
No meat.
So I like green onion.
Green onion.
You could use regular onion too, but if all but I like them both. But green onion, black peppers.
Black pepper.
Peppers. Black olives.
Black olives.
Green olives.
Green. Oh.
Honestly, you can stop there because most restaurants won't. I mean, jalapenos are nice, but you can also put them like on the side if you'd like. But jalapenos are good on there too. And if you have like an extra vegetable, I like putting vegetables on my nachos. If you can, there's a bar around here that'll make it. It's high maintenance as hell, but.
But Nick, you never mentioned, what about the layering?
Yes. Okay. And this is the other thing that no restaurant ever does. The problem is they always just pile on, and when I say cheese, I mean real cheese. That goop cheese is pure garbage. That is not. Those are not.
Come on, Nick.
So you have all those, and that is the problem. Is you need the layering. Layer here, all the ingredients there, and also a little salt. Salt is really good, and if you have cayenne pepper, that's even better. I prefer that. When I make it at home, it takes me an hour to do.
So I have a list here. Is that it or no? Is there any more ingredients or no?
Nick, what about the colors of the chips? Same color or multicolor?
As long as they're crisp, as long as they're crisp and they're corn tortillas, I don't mind.
Okay, so crisp corn tortillas,
salted too. They better be salted chips.
There's never enough cheese, but importantly, it has to be done in a conventional oven.
Convection oven. Convection oven, which is equal heat.
Equal heat everywhere. More cheese. Swiss is maybe, depending on the mood you're in.
Yes.
No meat forbidden. Green onion. black olives, green olives, maybe jalapenos, salt, and cayenne pepper if available.
Yes.
There you go, folks.
2 layers. You do it on top here.
Oh, okay.
Then you do the other thing on top there. Now, the convection oven, this is where all restaurants screw up. They never put them in long enough. And because all they do is they look, and they're like, the sides are kind of...
the cheese is melted on
Yeah,
the
the
chips.
sides are kind of burned. Oh, and the top looks like it's kind of melted. No. 6 more minutes after that. Because what you do is you lift up one chip, and you're like, it's not even touched yet. So every time I order nachos, I have to send it back minimum 1 time, but sometimes twice. Which is almost not worth it for me to ever order nachos.
Mike, put that down. Send the nachos back no matter what.
Must send nachos back once.
Well, and I always tell them, because I will admit I'm incredibly high maintenance, if you haven't already noticed. But I always say that to them, and I'm like, when you think they're done, wait 6 more minutes, then take them out.
Hey, folks, we're back here in the... Yes, there we go. Welcome. We're here. We got the SNES going on. Probably the 2 most unexperienced guys are now doing this. We should have been here for the Genesis one. Well, we were, but we got a first goal there.
Now, are you saying we're inexperienced?
On SNES.
Oh, yeah, on SNES. But the game is, I mean, play-wise the same. Announcing-wise, I mean, play-wise not the same. Announcing-wise, I don't see much of a difference.
Yes. We got Adam there. Oh, they're both wearing white shirts, but we have Bob Kudowski, known as on the NHL 94.
Yeah, Bob Kudowski.
He is Quebec. And we got Jamal, who's Calgary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jamal's hometown of Vancouver, and Adam is from Ottawa.
Yes. SNES is more prominent in the Canadian territory.
We found that
Providences, I'm sorry.
We found that out a couple years ago in Toronto.
Yes. So, one of the great SNES players here. We'd love for him to come on in. Are you ready?
Oh, sure.
Excellent. All right.
We got another mic?
No, you're right here.
You're right here, my friend.
All right. Tell us a little bit more about them.
We can talk about the game, and tell folks at home who you are and what you have done here, because for the folks that don't know, you set this up.
So my name is Daryl. I go by Halifax as a forum name or online name, whatever you want to call it.
Now, are you from Nova Scotia? Or?
I am.
Okay, I kind of
You
assumed.
know what? It's funny because somebody asked me why I picked the name Halifax, and
you're like, hometown.
I actually just picked the hometown. I didn't.
That's pretty funny.
When I was filling it, like, so what's your forum name? And I was like, do I put my city here? I put my city here. And
that's really funny.
That's how it stuck. And then I was just like, whatever.
I'm gonna make my username
but
Detroit.
Like, nobody ever had to ask me where I was from.
Well, it's ridiculous. Is it right? It didn't occur to me until right now that you might be from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Yeah. So obviously Mike and I, we put on this tournament today. I've been the one that's kind of been making sure that everybody's playing their games, calling matchups, and making sure that it's kind of going really smoothly. So right now, obviously, we're in the final 3. This is the winner's bracket. And we've got Jamil and Adam. So Adam's from Ottawa. Goes by the handle Bob Kudowski.
Okay.
And Jamil is from Vancouver. And right now, he's using Calgary, so he's up 3-1, almost up 4-1 there. I'll tell you something about Jamil that I thought was interesting. So before the tournament started, he sent me an email, and he goes, "I'm so excited for this." He goes, "I've been watching some video online." And he goes, "I'm pretty sure I can handle it, play with you guys." And I thought to myself, I'm thinking everyone says that,
A tournament of a game I love, I can definitely do good in this thing.
It's like it's different when you actually play in person, but you know what?
Vastly different.
He's kept true to his word. I mean, here he is. He's in the winners final.
And he was not in the original Toronto tournament back in 2015.
They didn't know about it.
I didn't think so.
There's a group of about 5 guys that have come down from Vancouver. They all been playing together growing up, and they had no idea about this tournament until a couple months ago or whatever.
Incredible.
So they all came in and played, and now 2 of them are now in the final 3. And these are guys that were buddies that have been doing this their entire lives, just get together inside their basements. They were telling me, put on a tourney, have a few beers and whatever. And when they found out about it, they all wanted to come down. So here we are, and we're there we go. So
Making it a
Adam
one-goal
just
game.
scored. He's Are you stressed, Adam?
No, he looks
he's really
very
calm and
confident.
cool. You know what? It's like a Tide commercial we're watching right now. 2 white shirts, nice and clean. They don't get a speck of dirt on them. No beer spilled.
No, it's a very clean cut, and definitely I would say a less alcohol-fueled affair than the Toronto
I think
tournament back in 2015.
Yeah, it was a few guys learned a little bit from the Toronto tournament. If they really wanted to win,
yes,
not to spend time drinking too much.
Yeah, Toronto, don't get me wrong, was a blast, but a lot of times, and this is what goes into what you were saying of people hear about things like this and they're like, oh, I think I can do good in it, but
now we're at 4-2.
taking a 4-2. But these runs really are, and we were just talking to Jay 20 minutes ago or so about the stamina and the endurance levels of these tournaments. That's the key, because if you're going to make it far, you're going to play 35, 40 games possibly.
If you were playing on both systems, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
That's
especially
right.
him, the
That's
way
right,
he's playing.
yeah. So there's no question that after about 10 or 15 games, like, 'cause there's some guys that pound on the button so hard on that face-off.
Dude.
And
by game 2, I was done.
Your wrist can really start to hurt by game 12, game 13. So I learned from that the last time, and this time I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that, because I want to be able to be at least at my best no matter what game it is. Because I remember that my arm was getting so sore that I couldn't do any moves anymore. I felt it was starting to go numb, and I was like, ah.
Yep.
So,
no, it's a huge thing. And like you mentioned, the alcohol intake in Toronto, you get, because it's tiered, it's a tiered tournament, it has to be from groups A, B, C, and D. You get about an hour, maybe 2 hours off in between your breaks.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And some people, especially in Toronto, I used to say a lot of people, use that to drink a lot.
Yeah.
And when they came back for the Sweet 16, boy, they were not ready to play anymore.
And that was the thing about the one in Toronto, is that if you were on the winner's bracket side, you only had to win 4 games and you were into the final.
Yep.
If you lost your 2 games, you basically were playing like 8 or 9 games just to get out of your group.
Yep.
So it was. We didn't want to do that this time. We felt it was probably a little bit too much of an advantage for someone to go through this quickly. We like them. Oh, there we go.
5-2 Jamil.
I'll say this about Adam, though. 3 goals is nothing to him.
Oh,
it won't matter. I
this
mean,
far in the
Jamil
tournament?
is a good player, but don't count Adam out just because it's 5-2.
I'm not
at
going
this
to.
point.
There's still 4 minutes left in this
There's
game.
still 4 minutes left in this game. That's what I love about it so much, is that.
Wow. That was an incredible save.
You can score 3 goals in 30 seconds. I mean, it
Easy.
can turn around just like that.
Especially at this level of play. We're talking about the finals here.
Yeah.
These guys didn't get here by getting blown out.
That's right. Yeah, I thought it was interesting too that we've got 3 Canadians in the Super Nintendo final, 3 Americans in the Sega, and it's always kind of been that Sega's like an American thing, and Super Nintendo must be a Canadian thing when it comes to this game.
It is very true, because up until 2 years ago, I did not know a single person who had ever even played the Super Nintendo version of NHL 94.
Raph said the same thing.
I didn't. It didn't even occur to me that the game came out on Super Nintendo, because any of my friends who and he blows it wide open.
Well,
4
I will
goals.
say now 4 goals. This will be pretty tough to come back from.
Yeah, no, he
I was
might be able to
giving him
get
the
1 or 2.
benefit of the doubt when it was 3 with 4 minutes left, but this is going to be extremely tough to make a run.
And I will say the key to Jamil's victory this time is his defense.
Yeah.
He's always got 2 or 3 guys right in front of the net, and it's really helped him.
And the thing about Super Nintendo is that the best players have the best goaltending. I mean, that's really what it is, because obviously the difference between Sega and Super Nintendo is that Nintendo, you just tap that X button, you activate them right away, right? Whereas Sega, you got to hold it down a little bit. There's a little bit of delay. A lot more skill trying to time it in Sega. Super Nintendo is just you activate them right away, and then away you go.
And the speed.
Yeah.
It's a much faster game.
On Sega.
No, I think Super Nintendo's way faster.
Really?
Absolutely.
I figured they're about the same.
Oh,
but
no.
I thought maybe
I had trouble even controlling the characters
Oh,
in Super
okay.
Nintendo. But I've only played it twice now.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, the first time I played it, it was like, what am I doing?
Yeah. So here we are. That's game 1. Congratulations
Nice
to
going.
Jamil. He's got his 1-0 victory in the series here. So it's a best of 3.
It's not over.
Yeah, it's not over. You know what? Adam's played in a few tournaments right now.
Okay.
He came to my tournament in Saskatoon once. He flew out there, and obviously he's finished third in Toronto. So he's been in quite a few of playing some good competition right now. So it'll be interesting to see how he does in the second game here. But like nothing phases him. You look at his face; he's just stone cold. He's just.
There's no emotion.
Adam's having fun, even though he's not showing any emotion. It is.
Oh, I believe him.
Chicago, New York. Now, you know what? I don't know if I would have called this matchup because I think that Chicago's quite a bit better.
So do I.
So this matchup surprises me a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out actually who is okay. So Jamil is Chicago,
yeah,
and Adam is the Rangers. So this is an interesting call.
I'm very surprised
I wouldn't
on
have
this
called
one.
this.
Me either.
But I've noticed it a few times throughout this tournament that Adam's called matches that I actually felt were a little bit lopsided, and he's always come back and
I would
won
say
them.
lopsided, not in his favor.
Not in his favor,
Okay.
and I don't know if he's just because he's setting people up to try and give them a team that he wants, because maybe he really likes the Rangers, so he's trying to see if he can kind of sort of goat him into picking Chicago,
which
right?
is a strategy.
Which is everybody's going to do.
Absolutely.
So I think he's trying to play to his favor by picking the Rangers in this matchup, right? And he's got home advantage too. I know that when I play at home, I love skating upwards. It's
same here. I have trouble going down.
I feel like I could score better going up than I can.
I can't do the deep going down.
No.
I mean I can, but I am exponentially more successful going up.
Right. You know what? And in Super Nintendo, look, obviously Sega's got a lot of slapshot goals.
Oh yeah,
they're
definitely.
very rare in Super Nintendo. I don't know if
kind
you've
of noticed. Mainly, I noticed that watching some SNES games earlier. It's not even attempted.
Yeah.
Like we're in Genesis, especially. There's a couple netminders in the game where it's not a guarantee you're going to score on a slap shot, but it's not hard.
Yeah. And
Anaheim's goalie, Kelly Rudy especially, you really can get through on that.
So in Super Nintendo, there is one key spot, and it's not going up. It's coming down. Right about just in front of the crease, you can do a slap shot goal.
Can you
it's
really?
It's the only place really on the game that happens. Oh, there we go.
Adam
has just gone up. So Adam has gone up 1-0 here in game two.
Maybe to the surprise or maybe not the surprise.
Sorry?
I would say maybe to the surprise of people at home, or maybe not to the surprise.
Exactly. Maybe he's just playing into his favor here. So if you're watching at home, Adam's up 1-0. Okay, so Jamil has just tied it up.
Damn.
Jamil is Chicago. Adam is the Rangers. He's just tied it up right now. So we're at 1-1. We've got 1:30 here left in the first period. Do you know what? And I guess one thing watching it too is that. Wow!
That was an incredible goal, Mark.
And you know what? Those are the
Massey
goals. Like if you saw there, Jamil went across, and he knew it was coming. And there's times where you just know that it's coming, and you move your goalie, and it goes in anyways, and you're just like, ah.
Well, and he's got no one back. It's basically a 3-on-0.
Yeah. So here we go. We got about a minute left here in the first. Adam, who's on the right side of your screen there, wearing the black hat, is up 2-1 on Jamil. And Jamil is leading the series here 1-0. It's a best of 3, but whoever loses is not done.
No, it's not over yet.
Whoever loses just moves down to the semifinal game, or you can call it the third place game. If you
I was going to say we've been calling it the losers bracket. It's not really the losers bracket.
Right, it's like a losers bracket final. So, and one thing a little bit unique of how we're going to do it here is. So the loser of this is gonna move down, and there's a guy named Chris who's from Vancouver. He's kind of waiting in the wings to play the loser of this match. They will play one game, and then when it's done, the winner will go back up to play whoever the winner of this series is in a best of 3.
Okay.
If the guy that's moving up from the losers bracket wins that series, then they'll play one more game, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of
basically it's double elimination, or triple elimination.
It's kind of like when you get to the final from the losers bracket, you got to win. Okay, so there we go. It's tied. Now we got a 2-2 goal or 2-2 game, and Jamil has just tied it up here in the second period with 4:45 to go. So someone in the chat there was saying no offsides or penalties. So we actually do have penalties on, but no offsides, and the reason for that is. offsides, and I know Nick is a big proponent of offsides.
The only way I play the game.
Nick is a
It's
big.
all right. That's all right. I know I'm a weirdo. So.
We feel it slows the game down.
It most definitely slows the game
and it's
down.
because
Yeah.
the AI in the game is just not smart enough a lot of times to get back on side. I've tried it before, and then sometimes they'll be literally caught behind the net.
Oh, they'll just sit there.
Yeah, and they'll just sit there. So
it's a major strategy, and me and Mike play it only with offsides on, and you can fix it, but you have to control every player on your team. And basically, when you're playing with offsides on, you are almost never paying attention to what's going on screen. You always are just paying attention to what's going on off screen.
Yes.
That's the key to playing with offsides. It's a totally different way to play.
You know what? I played offsides, and there are some guys that are so good, they will check your player offside as a strategy.
That's what I do for strategy.
There you go. So,
I don't need to worry about you scoring because you'll never be on side if I'm playing you.
Yeah.
so I can win 1-0.
Yeah, there you go. So we got 1:45 here left in the second period. It's a 2-2 game. If you're just watching us now,
that was
the
first
series
penalty
right
of
now
the game.
is Jamil is up 1-0. So Jamil's on the left of your screen. He's using Chicago.
He is shorthanded right now.
Yeah, shorthanded right now. So Chicago's the away team in the red, and it's tied 2-2.
And a shorthanded goal by
goal.
Jeremy Roenick. Wow.
Shorthanded goal. Now it's 3-2. Wow.
And I have noticed this watching some guys, and we're talking high level here, so both these guys are good regardless.
Yeah.
There are certain players who I feel watching them were actually better shorthanded. It seemed like they moved around the ice with less players.
When you're shorthanded, it's almost like you don't even care. You're still on the offensive all the time.
It's never affected my game.
It's not like a. Okay, all right, we got a penalty shot now.
Possibly to tie it up.
Oh!
I thought they were giving you a... But no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
If you're good enough, shorthanded almost means nothing.
Yeah.
Even 5-on-3 doesn't really affect anything.
4-2. So here we go. So Jamil's starting to kind of. I don't know if he's getting the feeling now that he can run away with it. Adams just called a timeout.
That was very smart.
This timeout is really more a psychological thing, I think, than anyway.
That's usually what it's used for,
right, because it has zero impact on the actual game itself. No. It doesn't impact the players or the.
No one was injured.
But people psychologically feel that if they call a timeout, that it'll stop the flow. The flow.
It's a regular part of this tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it in a number of games.
When I was playing through the tournament, I used it twice, and it was only because we have a rule that you can change your players when you call a timeout.
Yes.
So I got a penalty, and one of my best players is out. So typically I can't change my line, but I knew I needed to to get a good guy in there. Otherwise, they would throw in a lousy player.
No, and it's a good strategy, and you make sense. Roenick, 5 goals for Jeremy Roenick.
5 goals for. Is it 5 goals?
5 goals.
So he's up 5-2 now.
Yeah.
I and as I said before, I never would want to count Adam out, but right now I feel like Jamil is kind of. Once you get that momentum, you just know that you can almost kind of go up and start scoring every single time.
Yeah, and the way that you were talking beforehand, the surprise choice of having the Rangers instead of the Blackhawks, it's starting to look like possibly, maybe not a wise decision.
Yeah.
You give someone Jeremy Roenick and Ed Belfour in this game. I would never advise to go against.
No, it's
to go
tough.
for that.
And you know the thing, Chicago's a really good team in this.
They were.
They're much better. They're much more pronounced than Sega. I think most people would argue that Pittsburgh is probably the best team in Super Nintendo.
Really?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, huh?
That's right, because it's there's no people at home if they know about the weight bug. That's that bug.
Yes,
We've
absolutely.
talked about that a few times.
Yeah.
So, with the Super Nintendo version, putting Mario, that's your best bet. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Boy, this could be it.
So, this is 6-2 right now. Jamil has just scored. He's up by 4. We got 2:42. I just don't think that. I don't think that it's going to make a difference now. It's Adam really needs to just kind of basically needs to score on every shot.
Which he unfortunately has not been able to get through Jamil's defense either, and which was the strong suit on the last game too.
Yeah.
When you got 2 or 3 guys down in the defensive zone all the time, it's really hard to get through there.
Yeah. Someone on the chat here says hello from Nova Scotia. Be curious to know where you're from, because I'm from. I used to live in Halifax, but I'm actually from a town, Lower Sackville, just outside of Halifax.
Oh, okay.
There, so, yeah. But I lived in Halifax for a little while. It's kind of all all sort of close together.
I kind of figured not a huge area, and
yeah, Halifax is a population of, the whole area is probably about 350,000, maybe 400. I don't know.
That's still pretty. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's Steve Campbell. So Steve's an online player. He says he's on the chat right now. I think Steve wrote me a message earlier and said, "How's the competition?" I'll tell you right now, Steve, it is really good. The Sega bracket this year was so deep in talent, it was incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, it was considerably more difficult this time around than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I can attest to that. My goodness.
Yeah. So you've just saw the 7th goal there. That's, the 6th goal kind of sealed it up.
Yeah, it's done.
They're now just playing it out the last few seconds here. So Adam's going to drop down, and he's going to play Chris. And I think we can probably do that match right away.
That's great.
Because I wanted to give the Sega guys a little bit of break. I know that Raph was kind of playing. Raph and Greg have been just playing nonstop all day. So
they never stopped.
They never stopped. It was insane because they were playing on both systems, right? So
that concept doesn't even make sense to me.
Well,
I don't know how you could even do it.
It was kind of funny because Mikey wanted both. He said, we got to let Raph and them play on both systems. I said, okay. I said, but you realize they're both good and it's going to make the day drag on.
Oh, yeah.
So we probably won't do it for the next tournament.
Okay.
Just because it's taken, it slows things down a little bit. I mean, they're playing a lot of games. Just from a scheduling standpoint, it certainly is a lot easier when you just are playing on one system. From my point of view, and I'm the one that has to deal with all of that stuff. So
it's gone quick though. It is a much more streamlined system that you've developed here to make this thing go very smooth.
Yeah, and I'll be fair too because Raph and Greg have been great, like AJ have been great because they never wanted to stop. Like I was like, do you want to break? Because you've been playing about 4. No, let's keep going. And I was like, okay. So, they just been really good about it, which I thought was actually nice because I was willing to give them a break. You know what I mean? It's like, if you need 20 minutes or whatever, just go ahead and do it. But no, they didn't. They said, I don't want to slow things down. Let's just keep going.
Incredible to me.
So, I mean, by the end of this tournament, they probably will have played, 30-some games. So, looks like. Do we got Chris and Adam out there now? Yeah. Okay, so Chris is coming in. Chris is from Vancouver. He's a good friend of Jamil. That's this group that came down from Vancouver that's playing. This is the semifinal game. So this is just a one game that's left here. So the loser of this game they're all gonna win money. We're not sure exactly how much yet. I'm leaving that up to Mikey or whatever.
Oh, okay.
They're all gonna. I think the breakdown was 60, 30, 10 of the actual overall pool. That's somewhere around there, something like that.
So are Chris and Adam winning money then?
Yes, so these guys are going to win money no matter what. So the losers are going to win money no matter what. But I'm sure they want to win more money.
Well, obviously, absolutely.
So we're just looking at the matchup. It looks like so it's Vancouver Buffalo. Who is who? We're going to find out here who's who. Okay, so if you're watching at home, Adam, who's wearing the white shirt on the right, he's Vancouver, and Chris is on the left, and he's from Vancouver. And he's going to be using Buffalo for this game. So, like I said, the loser of this game is out, but they've got third place. They're going to go home with some cash, or they're just going to spend it all before they leave. I don't know.
I would say we are in Las Vegas right here. It's very easy to spend large amounts of money in quick periods of time.
Exactly, yeah. Well, the game's just about to get going here, and I'm just looking on the chat here. So Steve, who's from Nova Scotia, my home province, out in Cape Breton, I think Steve's from Sydney, Nova Scotia, if I'm not mistaken, or somewhere in that vicinity. But he was just asking me about a couple of guys that used to play a long time ago. One guy was called the Deer. The other guy was called the 94 Kid. Okay. And they used to play. They were really good. And I've been trying to get them out to this tournament every single time, but I haven't been able to get them come out yet.
What's keeping them away?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I don't know yet. Maybe Steve will tell me on here, probably just because it's timing or whatever. But we'll see. Oh, yeah, so he just says correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm hoping
there's only been 2 of them so far.
There's a lot of good players that haven't come to these tournaments yet that I've seen online. Okay, here we go. We got a goal.
Adam takes the lead.
And Adam is up.
From Greg Courtnall.
So
Jeff Courtnall, I'm sorry.
Adam's up 1-0. Okay.
Yeah, Adam is up 1-0.
Yeah. So this is a really good match here. I'll tell you something about the guy on the left, and his name is Chris. I played Chris in the tournament.
Oh, okay.
I went 3. I was up 3-0, and I was like, okay, great. I qualified. I was trying to think about my matches for how I was going to. I was like, okay, I'm just going to pick some weaker matches, get those out of the way because I already know I'm in the next round.
Yes.
And so when I was playing Chris, and I said, how you doing? He says 0-3, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I got this game. So I called. I believe it was. It might have been. It was Edmonton and I think it might have been the Islanders.
Okay.
Edmonton and the Islanders.
Not very good teams
they're
on that
around
game.
66, 67. And so he took the Islanders. I took Edmonton, and we played, and I was up 2-1 on him with about 2 minutes left, and he scored 2 goals. I was this close to eliminating him from the tournament.
Wow.
He went on like a 7-game win streak after that. There's
And
a
he has
goal.
just
We're now
tied it
tied up at 1-1. We got 158 left in the tournament.
I was going to say,
so,
all of a sudden,
so
looking like a game.
I went up and told Chris, I said, so I hope you're feeling well because I gave you some encouragement and momentum here to get back into the
You were
tournament.
literally 2 minutes away from being knocked out of this whole thing, and now you are playing in the money in the end of the night.
That's exactly it. So, so now he's playing for money now when he was this close to being eliminated.
Which is no, that's incredible, and we're of course still talking about the Super Nintendo version of side of the bracket, I should say.
Yeah. So these guys, both of their skills, from what I've played of them, they're both good at making you guess, and then really that's what it comes to these tournaments, anyways.
Nice.
Okay, so Adam is taking 2-1 there.
Trevor Linden with his second goal of the night.
That's his second goal. I like keeping Linden in there. So Linden's not actually in the starting lineup. You got to actually put him in, but
which is to me preposterous because he was maybe the best player on the team at the time.
Adam's got a good he's got a good lineup here of having those 3 in there. Cordnell, Bure, Linden. That's what I always go with.
Oh, same here. To me, it's a no-brainer.
Ronning is an excellent backup.
Ronning's very good. Don't get me wrong, but
wow, what a deke show. That is incredible.
Very realistic penalty shot goal you would see in the NHL.
Oh, he just pulled a Fenty. I don't know if you guys saw that at home. He pulled a Fenty. There's this one guy that plays online. His name is Fenty. He is so good at knocking the net off. I've never seen anybody.
It's like his specialty.
It's a strategy, and he's good at it.
I didn't know there was like a way to do it on purpose.
He can do it almost every single time. It is, and I've tried to practice. I've tried to practice this move, but
do you have to stop right before it or something?
Well,
like
I'm
that,
not exactly sure how he does it, but like there'll be times when you're about to score, and he won't even try to save it. He will knock the net off, and then he'll text and laugh at you. So it's so irritating, but.
And for those of you who don't know, there is not a delay of game penalty in NHL 94.
Say that again?
I would say there's not a delay of game penalty in NHL 94.
Oh, yes. No.
So you can keep doing it. It is a strategy.
You know what? And when I used to run the online leagues, I'd have guys complain to me saying, this isn't. Oh,
wow. That was. You do not see that goal very often.
Wow. That is a nice goal by Chris. He's brought himself back in within 1. Alexander
McGillney's first goal of the night.
Yeah, and so now we've got 3:30 left here in the second period. It's a 1-goal game. This is pretty tight.
Someone in the chat a minute ago said something about not seeing anyone play with their Bruins. There was a lot of Bruins play early and in the middle part of the day. Yeah. And the way the tournament goes, you choose a team once. You are not allowed to choose that team again.
It's a matchup.
No, but if I said we're playing with Boston and Detroit, I couldn't offer those two teams again.
Right.
So there is a possibility that everyone left already used Boston as a choice, so they can't use them anymore.
Yeah.
So if you're not seeing a team you like, that could be the reason you're not seeing it.
You know, and sometimes there's a strategy in these tournaments. I know that for myself, like I said, when I got up 3-0 after that, I wanted to just try and get rid of some lousy,
it's a no-brainer.
couple lousy matchups and save all of my my high, the highest rated teams.
Without a doubt.
Because here we are.
He's stuck in right with a save. Wow. I don't even understand
what
how
was
that's
going
possible.
on there?
Kirk McLean was
just waiting to put that puck in the net.
Wow.
So now we got a penalty to Vancouver. There's 52 seconds left in the second, and wow, this is going to come right down to the wire.
Oh, this is an exciting matchup. But no, you're right, and especially if you're good enough. Well, there's a couple guys who, like Raph and Jay, they were making out of the first round. Ooh. You don't take any game for granted, obviously, but especially past those three. use your garbage matchups in the first round.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
No,
I don't know if you just saw that.
I've been
that
watching,
was a
yes.
one-timer
It was
stopped
incredible
by
stop.
a defenseman. Those are the worst when you have that happen to you.
Yep. That is literally the only strategy I have in this game. I just make sure to put my defenseman in the right position. Outside of that, I can't help myself.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there we go.
Oh, wow. And then a goal like that to tie it up.
Wow. It's 3-3. And anybody that's played this game, they know that little tuck coming in from the side. When you're coming in on that angle on Super Nintendo,
I was going to say, that does not look like something.
It is so fast when you can flick that controller and get it in there. It almost looks like it goes straight in.
But
it's a deke.
It is a deke.
It is a deke, and it's
Okay.
so fast when you see it in Super Nintendo that sometimes it looks like he just shoveled it right in.
Yeah, I was going to say, that is not a move I'm familiar with on the
it's
Sega
like-
Genesis.
It's not easy to do when you're in that tight, but he
No.
flicked it really quickly and got it in there, and now we're tied 3-3.
Basically, to start the third period.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
That was about 6 seconds in.
Yeah, so we've got 4.5 to go here. So he was tying it. Here's
smart.
one thing you don't like to do in Super Nintendo. You don't like to have that face-off in your end zone. Why?
Is it much more brutal?
Well, the thing is, okay, so Adam won the face-off there. That's okay.
Okay.
But there is lots of plays that you can do on that face-off. If you win it straight back, most guys will do this. They will win it straight.
Score, and he
4-3.
takes the lead back.
Wow, and then he just did a Fenty again.
He
knocked
did.
it out.
Oh, my God.
After the whistle, it's a little bit different.
So Adam is up 4-3.
4-3.
Chris.
So going back a little bit about that end zone face-off, you can put it right back to your defenseman, and you have two options. Some guys will do a one-timer across to the other D-man right away.
Yeah.
And it's like a lightning bolt. It goes in.
I bet, yeah.
And the other one is they will take it right into the goalie right away off and do a deke. Wow, so now we got 5-3.
5-3 by Chris.
Yeah.
Now, and you were mentioning, obviously, not obviously, if you were watching it, it's obvious. In Genesis, the slap shot is a much more effective
Yes.
shot. In the Super Nintendo version, it's basically pointless to use, except you were mentioning in one specific spot. Now, winning the face-off, I assume, could put you in that spot to possibly take a shot, or is that not the time even in Super Nintendo you would ever even want to
Well,
try
it's
it?
that in case it's literally just a one-timer. And
Oh, okay.
You're talking about the face. And it's
Right off the face-off,
It's a one-timer that you would do because you wouldn't really have a lot of time to wind up. You're just trying to get it in as quick as you can.
Okay.
So we've got 3 minutes left here. Adam is up 5-3.
Trying to make his way back into the final
Trying
game.
to make his way back into the final. And as I said before, if he can hold off, he's going to play Jamil again.
Okay.
They're going to play a best of 3. I think what we'll do is we'll probably just take a timeout and switch to Sega.
Yeah.
And get some of those matches underway so that we can kind of finish off that bracket.
Oh! He raises his read 6-3.
6-3. 2 minutes left. 3 goals is still not impossible. But when you're talking about the best guys, I think Adam's probably going to shut it down.
Yeah,
here.
I would be very surprised at this point
We'll
if
wait
Chris
to
could
see
come
what
back
happens,
from this.
but Adam's rolling at this point. Again, once you get on that roll, it's hard to stop it.
Well, and the thing that's amazing about this is Adam is up 6-3 right now on someone who's won, 7 games in a row?
Right.
And Adam lost 2 straight to Jamil.
He did.
Less than 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And you're looking at a game like this and like, wow, Adam looks incredible.
Yeah.
So that's how high the competition level is right
Yeah.
now. You're talking about the best of the best right now in a room full of really good players.
The Super Nintendo bracket this year was so deep. It was incredible how many great players came out. Guys that we never even heard of. So if it wasn't over before, it's definitely
over now. Yeah.
I know that one guy put on the chat 8 seconds off the draw. That is true. You can score 8 seconds off the draw, but when you're at this to do it 3 times in a row, it's not likely you're going to do it against a really good player.
No,
Why?
unlikely.
Because the reason is that 8 seconds off the draw, you need a winger or a center going
Yes.
in. And guys will just knock the centerman over and slow it down.
I talked to someone here tonight who says they have it on tape, him scoring 6 seconds off the draw.
Yeah, and that's probably I wouldn't disagree with that. 6, 7, 8 seconds. 8 seconds is probably reasonable.
Still seems
so
fast.
congratulations to Adam.
Yep.
Adam is now back into the final. We're going to switch out to do some Sega.
Sounds good.
I'm going to let Michael come back.
Yeah, I was going to
here.
say, I think it's a good change. We like to change it and rotate it if you haven't noticed that already.
Yep. So I'll let Michael come back in, but I thank you for having
Thank you
me
very
on.
much for coming on, Daryl. And
Hopefully
thank
you
you
guys
for
have
putting
been,
on this tournament, too. This has been a really great day.
No, it's been good. So hopefully you've enjoyed it at home. We've still got lots more to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is not by a long shot over with.
So, and if you're watching at home, so right now we are in the we're going to switch over to Sega. So there's the losers bracket final. Whoever wins that's going to move on to the final.
Who's competing in that?
So right now, Raph and EA are going to play right now.
Which is, please stay tuned because if you think the competition level is going to drop, it is not going to.
And so for this game here, there is actually no coin flip. They played before, so EA is going to be the visitor.
Okay.
So he's going to call the matchup, and I know he knew that a long time ago.
Oh, that's
so
good to know. Okay.
He's been looking at his sheet here of teams matchups. So, Raph, have you guys picked a matchup yet? No. Okay, so right now they're still deciding on it, and anyways, later on we'll get back here as soon as we can. So
Sounds good.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for
man.
having me on.
Absolutely.
It has the triumphs and the failures, all of it's in there. And if you can get that into your documentary, then you really have something.
You could become your hero. You could be that person.
Every memory I have is just happiness.
It's hard to explain. It's fun.
That was just a great experience playing that for the first time.
Like a wave.
Hi, folks. We're back. I'm here with my co-host Josh Halsender. Hi, Josh. How are you?
Hey, Mike. What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm doing excellent.
Good to be back. You guys have had great coverage so far.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Excellent coverage.
It's the rotating cast here, folks.
No, it's really fun.
Nick and Halifax lied. They didn't lie. They changed things.
Well, they're liars.
Yes. We are doing the SNES final right now. Since it's set up, it'll take a little bit quicker. You just saw Bob Krushelninski. Not Bob Krushelninski. That's his username. What's his real name? Adam. Adam won in the losers bracket.
Right.
He's not a loser because now he's in the finals for the King of '94 for Super Nintendo. Now, what he has to do to be the winner of SNES, he has to win a best 2 out of 3 here
against Jamil.
Yes, and Jamil will then get his first loss of the tournament, and it is a double elimination. So what that also means is then they'll play
Bob will
one
have to rebeat Jamil. Correct?
in a final game.
Wow.
So if Jamil wins best 2 out of 3, it's over. If Adam wins 2 out of 3, then it goes to a final game. Because Jamil has not lost a series yet.
Right. So
that's why,
in
folks.
essence, Mike, what you're saying is they're both here, they're both there, they're both playing for the finals, but Bob is 3 wins away from being crowned champion, where Jamil is only 2 wins away.
Correct.
From being crowned champion.
Exactly. There you go, folks.
And that is important to note. That it sounds like a big advantage for Jamil, but every game is just simply every game.
Yes.
You have to go in, you have to play every game. So once the games are played, the difference between 2 and 3 could be minimal when it really comes down to it.
Yes, and also
once you get into the heat.
And here's the
moment.
difference when it comes to if Jamil does lose here, there's a momentum shift.
So
because
true.
You were going for that, but it's NHL '94. Anything can happen.
Right.
You can have a blowout 9-0 in the first game, and then the next game it can go the opposite direction.
So, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. I'm sorry, because it has been a long day. We have watched a lot of digital hockey today.
Yep.
But Jamil has not lost a series today, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so, I mean, we're talking about a guy who has not lost a series.
Yep.
Every series he's had to go up against, he's come out on top. But that first time you lose a series, when you're playing against that top competitor, like you said, Mike, that could be the catalyst that pushes you over the top because momentum is huge.
Mm-hmm.
I actually would be willing to argue that momentum is bigger in digital sports or in esports than it is in real sports.
Yes.
Because it's so much more in your head than it is physical that it can affect you a lot more.
Yes. Jamil is Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Chosen for this first game. Now, like we were going to remind everybody, for those of you new tuning in, this is a best of 3 for this part of it. Jamil has picked Buffalo. Now, I remember the away team gets to pick the teams. They cannot pick the same teams again any other time during the tournament. So there's a lot of strategy. I have not seen New Jersey Buffalo yet through all the games that we have watched.
Yeah.
But you know what we haven't seen here live on the broadcast is any
What's that?
Detroit.
We have not. And
Not seen any Chicago yet either.
New Jersey Buffalo will be fun. Do you know what we just saw? Speaking of Detroit, Mike, do you know what we just saw getting passed over in the line change was Claude Lemieux.
Oh, don't bring him up.
It's,
nice
wow.
goal there, the inside. Richter by Fetisov. Another Red Wing who won a Stanley Cup.
So many, Mike, you and I, we're born and raised Detroit, so we have so many Red Wings ties.
Yeah.
and it's just
Howard Chuck.
Oh wow!
Right back.
Right back. This game.
Jamal comes right back instantly with a backhander.
Mike, we're looking at 4:19 left in the first period. I mean, really, we're looking at 41 seconds into this game, and it's tied 1-1.
Yes, you got Howard Chick again trying to do the spinorama, maybe for a little cheap cross cut that I'm used. Oh, wide of the net. Fuhrer.
I like that one time.
Can we get a Fuhrer assist here? We do get a Fuhrer assist.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, get the goalies involved, folks.
Yep. Grant Fuhrer, one of the greatest goalies of all time, with the assist on that play.
Half ice pass. Jamal takes a lead here. Oh, man, he's dancing with Howard. I never really used Buffalo Mogilny.
I can't say I have either, Mike.
Oh. Still having lots of puck control.
Interception.
Oh, Howard Chuck pick.
He's all alone.
Good job with the manual goalie there with the pad stacked to the left.
Mike, how important do you think manual goalie is at this stage in the tournament?
Well, like we said earlier, that sometimes it can be, it's a chance. Are you doing the front dive, which I learned today? Are you stacking the pads to the left? Are you stacking the pads to the right? Or are you literally just standing your ground?
Yes.
You know, I mean, there's so many opportunities. And how are you? Oh, backhander from Pat LaFontaine.
And although this is still a close game, there's still so much time left. 3-1 is a big lead,
especially when he was down. Yeah. He's 3 unanswered goals here. And I feel
and comes right back.
Ooh,
right
Claude
back.
Lemieux.
Claude Lemieux, the bane of the Detroit Red Wings. He's on the board, and Mike, we're back in a 1-goal game in the first period.
Yes,
so,
it's been back and forth. Grant Fuhrer stands his ground. Claude Lemieux. Can avoid the check there. Backhander once again.
Wow.
3-3.
Cispa Club, that was a Zalpuchin?
Yes.
Am I saying that right?
He's not part of my childhood because the New Jersey Devils did not ruin my childhood until 1995. They were out. There's a sliding save
there.
there.
And the goals are just going in today.
And now we have a reversal of 3 unanswered.
You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that we will not be seeing goalies as the top stars at the end of this game.
Unless they change their goalies and they get 1 save. Or a shutout. But I doubt we're going to see that.
It's possible.
With Grant Fuhrer.
Possible. Unlikely, but possible.
If goalies could get injured in NHL 94, it could happen, but I'm pretty positive neither of these competitors.
Yeah,
4-3 through the first.
You know, and Mike, I wouldn't recommend that course of action, but I also wouldn't recommend taking advice from me when you're in this position in this illustrious of an NHL 94 tournament.
Yes. We're looking in the chat there. I'd never put New York Rangers in any matchup. That's a tough one, depending on how many matchups you have left.
Yeah, I mean, there's a matchup for every team, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's, Mike, it's like love. There's somebody out there for everyone.
That's right. There's a perfect game of a level game of NHL 94.
Right, and you never know that one person that you could just, end up divorcing someday. I don't know. I mean, there's always that person out there. So I never say never, right?
That's right. Never say never. And this definitely game's not going to be over. Mogilny. With the backhand under the left.
Wow.
Jamal definitely does have his cheering section from Canada with him.
He does. Yeah, I don't hear anybody chanting USA in the background.
No, not for this match. No. When we get to the Sega Genesis, that'll be a little bit different.
Perhaps.
I love seeing the matchups coming up here, the suggestions. I don't know if the Genesis competitors are checking them out. Toronto, Winnipeg, Toronto, Boston. I didn't get a chance to use my Detroit, Toronto tonight.
No? Oh.
I should have used it as my last one, but I used he sneaks in.
Wow, chokes on
should have
the
still
open
gotten an
net.
assist on that one, but timeout comes in. Little swig.
Wow.
Sweaty palms halfway here through the first game of 3.
We're looking at 5-4 halfway through the game, Mike.
Yes. Excellent. And by the way, thanks again for you guys joining us tonight here on Twitch or on the Twin Galaxies Facebook page. Make sure you guys like and love, and once again, tell your mom about the great competition. I know it's late if you're on the East Coast. Stay up with us. It's Saturday night.
Tell your mom, tell your dad.
It's hockey night. That's right. Hockey night in Canada starts soon.
Right.
This is NHL 94.
This is hockey night in Las Vegas.
That's right.
What's better than hockey night in Canada, Mike? Hockey night in Las Vegas. That's what's
I
better.
don't know. People argue with that.
Would they?
Yeah.
Okay, perhaps.
But gotta get the Vegas Knights in the modded version of NHL 94. Oh man!
Ooh, yikes!
Actually, I believe this is the first penalty of the game, unless I've already, with my short-term memory, lost it. That's true, Ice Storm. Where else would we rather be? Maybe in Toronto. We have some of the few other competitors that we're missing from the previous tournament, but we're glad that all of you guys are watching us tonight.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice defensive play there by Fetisov. End of the second. So we got Jamal leading 5-4 here.
Fetisov later will become part of the Russian 5.
Yes, in NHL 96.
Yes, that will help the Detroit Red Wings win a Stanley Cup.
Yes, we're homers here, folks. Oh, you know, I'll say this about Jamal. He hasn't used, Adam has shut down Howard Chuck's skating ability.
He has.
He's changed his defensive style just a little bit, where I have not seen Howard Chuck carry the puck for more than 2 to 3 seconds. He's kind of Adams kind of eliminated him from the game.
And that pressure is really important.
But when you have Mogilny and Howard Chuck still to rely on.
No, you do.
Tough.
You do have a lot of offensive options.
Oh, nice one-timer from Fetisov to Claude Lemieux. Ties it up 5-5 with 3:30 left to go here in the third period.
No, but you are absolutely right, Mike. A lot of offensive weapons here, and it's it's hard. You know, it's hard. It's hard to defend against that.
I have I believe Adams here is going with the positional game, trying to get the one-timer, not going up through the middle, not giving up the breakaway. Oh, big deny there.
You've
Good
seen
man.
a defensive turnaround in this game, haven't you, Mike?
Mm-hmm, yes.
I mean, so much offense so early on.
Oh, wide of the nets.
2.5 minutes to go.
Oh, another cross ice.
Wow.
Save.
Fetisov
again.
The offensive to defensive switch has.
Oh, that was going to be almost a terrible turnover at center ice.
It's so differently affected, has not? Hasn't it been?
Mm-hmm. 1 minute and 17 seconds. McGillney in the corner trying for a cut across. Good defensive work there by Adam. Oh, just pushed to the side. Oh, we might have a break. Great shake for Fetisov. Mogilny gets up right away.
With less than 1 minute to go, this game is tied.
Oh, that was awesome. I can't even describe.
We have less than 30 seconds to go here.
Oh, no!
Oh,
my God. Adam gets just a little manual goal gift there with 30 seconds.
With 3 seconds left.
That was awesome. Oh, there's game one. So it comes down still. We still need 2 more wins from Adam. So now they're going to be choosing up the matchups here for game 2. What? The teleprompter's telling me something.
That's quite the ending of that game.
That was quite the ending of that game? I'm Ron Burgundy, folks. Well, that couldn't get any more exciting, folks.
No, I mean, with 3 seconds left in that game.
All right, hang on. We're going to get the team selection here.
Wow. That was incredible. That was
Boston
pretty
and New
incredible.
York. There you go. You guys wanted it on the chat. We got New York. Who's Boston? Who's Boston? Okay. Thank you. New York Rangers. All right, here we go. Game 2. Adam leans 1-0. Now, Adam still has a hill to climb. If he wins this game, then that allows Jamal his first bracketed loss of the night.
Right.
So then technically, in theory, it's double elimination. So then that'll be his first elimination. Adam's already had his elimination. They'll play one final game to be the king of 94 for the Super Nintendo. And they will be going on to play for the official king, which is going to be crazy.
Now, Mike, how much do you think the fluidity? Wow. Okay, this just answered my question. It doesn't matter. Early goal. I was going to say, how much do you think the fluidity of the last game and its shift to defense was going to affect how the entire course of this game went? But we still had a goal.
Yeah. Oh, Neely comes in. Good backhand stop. In terms of pacing of this game, both teams, I feel the teams are similar to the teams that they used in the previous match.
Right.
So I don't think much is going to change here. The thing is if Jamal forces game 3 here, it depends on what they have left to choose. You know, I mean, could we see an Anaheim Ottawa, match for the third one? Do we see a Chicago Detroit? Maybe that's still left in the bag for game 3. Oh, they don't have Messier as the center, which I understand. It's
different,
that point.
but
Brian Leach. Yeah, come on in. No problem. Who do we have here?
My name's Kevin from Vancouver, and I had breakfast with Messier this morning here, and Mark Messier, he claimed, he said there will be a game 7, which is basically a game 3 in this. So I was talking to him. He said, yeah, we're going 7, guys. We're definitely going 7.
Okay.
Yeah, like how he said in the papers,
Oh yeah,
we're going 7.
Yes.
I think pretty sure it was in '94 that he said that.
That's right.
He did that. He said it to me again this morning here. He was like, you know what? It's going. Mark Messier? Yeah. Oh, it's probably at the Bellagio or something.
Yeah, that's right. Not here in the downtown.
He's definitely downtown.
He's a fancy guy. Hey, tell us who you are. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, Kevin Hicks from Vancouver here. I played a lot against Jamil here, and he's an intense competitor. He gives all 110%.
For certain.
Yeah. He's a good guy. Go way back. I didn't have breakfast with him this morning, but I did have it with Messier. I said, "Fuck you, Jammer. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go hang out with Mark Messier over here." And just hung out. And he funny enough, from Vancouver. So Messier came and he took $10 million from us, and then he took off.
Wow. Folks, Adam has taken a commanding lead with 43 seconds left. It is definitely. I don't know. Are we going to see that final game? So,
thank you to our guest too. We didn't mean to cut him off, but there was some intense stuff happening.
All right, here at the intermission, folks, we're going to have some more information, some background story about Adam. So, we do get a goal there from Brian Leach at the very end for Jamal. Fat lady hasn't sang yet.
No, I ain't heard no fat lady.
That's right. And that's the end of the period, folks. Here's Daryl. Daryl's going to jump back in here and give us a nice story.
Daryl, how you doing? It's good to see you again. Good to talk to you.
Yeah. I was going to share a story about Adam. I don't know if this has been shared yet.
Okay. Either share it for the first time or reshare it.
Reshare it. So, Adam's a father, brand new father.
Okay,
As of 3 weeks ago.
Excellent.
Basically, Adam was almost a 0% chance of attending this tournament a long time ago because he knew that he was going to be having...
his wife was expecting.
His wife, and Adam has just scored now. He's now up 4-1.
Wow.
So he literally registered for this tournament 2 days before. He was the last guy to register.
Wow.
He wasn't going to come. And his wife said, "Hey, you know what? Why don't you?" He said, "Why don't you go?" And he's like, you know what? I'm going to stay home. She says, "No, I really think you should go." So he's like, "Okay." So Adam's. He wanted to be. He was being the good father, but his wife said, "No, I know you really want to play with us."
And win, lose, or draw, you are that is such a great story. And I'm behind every great NHL '94 player is a great woman.
Yeah, exactly. So now Adam is up 4-1 here. He's up 1-0 in the series. If he holds on to win this game, the series is over. Adam is going to be your Super Nintendo champion. There's still obviously lots of time left. We've got 3 minutes left here in the second.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. So there's a penalty against New York
interference call.
Oh.
And Adam Graves. We got a 5-3 situation here.
Yeah, we got a 5-on-3 situation. Somebody in the chat is saying, what's the dollar amount for the prize money? It's going to be roughly 60-30-10 on each console. So 60% of the pot 30%, 10% on each side.
Do you have and I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
But do you have a solid dollar amount?
Or
an solid
Mikey's
dollar
looking
estimate?
After the money.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember exactly how much it is there.
Nothing wrong with that. It's I don't know is an acceptable answer. I
leave that to him. I was like, I don't want to have anything to do with the money. I'll let you look at it.
Because I think that's what they're looking for.
I'm not going to be walking around for thousands of dollars sitting in my pocket.
Right here on the chat, they're looking for like hardcore, level of ducats.
Well, we'll see if we get Mikey back on here to fill it in maybe between the games.
That's right. Like I said, nothing wrong with an I don't know answer if you don't know.
Yeah.
We're not trying to put you on the spot, but this is a 4-1 game here. Yeah. Second period, we got only about 1:40 left to go in that period.
Yeah. Oh wow, that could have been 5-1. That might have been it. But the thing is, like, I've seen Jamil come back in a few games in this tournament too. So being down by 3 goals is nothing.
Oh, I mean, with the amount of scoring that's being thrown down, a 3-goal game really is not that life-ending.
No, it's not. No, I mean, things can swing in a heartbeat in this.
Absolutely.
Once you get it on a roll, you can just start scoring goal after goal after goal. So, but there's no question that Jamil can't allow any more goals.
No,
a 3-goal we're heading into the third period now. He's down by 3. And he can't allow any more goals. So
we need an aggressive left wing lock at this point to put this down, put this in perspective defensively, but also still be able to come back offensively.
Yeah. So it's basically Jamil's got to get one. He's got to get one within like the first minute, and I think if you can do that, 2 goals, if you start to feel a little bit better about yourself in those last 4 minutes or so, I think.
And he did seem to perform better on this end of the ice.
Yeah. Yeah.
In quarter number 1 or period number 1.
Yeah. But I think he really needs to get one as early as he can here to start to put a little bit of pressure back on Adam. But you know what? It's a 3-1 lead right now, and oh wow, what a nice save that was. There was one thing about Super Nintendo. There it is. So that was the goal that he needed in that first minute.
Wow.
It's now 4-2. And this is the momentum that Jamil needed.
It really is.
Yeah. So now he knows that at least he's got himself a little bit of life back. Obviously, he needs to get the next one and the next one. I think if Adam scores one more time, I think that this is probably going to be over. But there's still lots of time left. A 2-goal lead is not very much. Oh wow!
We only have
save that was.
It was a great save, and we have just over 3 minutes left in this game. Not a lot of time, but it is enough time. It is enough time to get back in this game. So we will see how it plays out. But if you keep getting a lot of this center ice action, then that fares well for Boston, who is going to hold on to that lead.
And I was going to say, at this point now, Adam, all he really wants to do is make sure he gets as many bodies back in his own end as he can. He doesn't want to allow any breakaways or any 2-on, 3-on-1s. So, I mean, in my opinion, as soon as Jamil has the puck, if you can't get it right away, you got to switch off and get as many guys back there as you can. So right now, Adam's trying to chase him, and I don't agree. So he switched off just at the last time. He did that defense control, switched off, and he made the right play there. And this is there it is.
There it is.
That was the goal. I think that's probably going to end this.
I think you're right, and of course the game's not over till the very last second. But I think you are right, and unlike if you're coaching your kids' hockey team or your kids' baseball team, you never want to tell them to play not to win. You always want to, you play to win. You don't play to not lose. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, when you're talking about 2 hefty competitors in NHL 94, there isn't anything wrong with doing a little playing not to lose.
Yeah.
You got to sit on that puck every once in a while when you have the lead. Sit on that lead and lock down that defense and play well.
We've got 1 minute left here. Adam is up 6-2. This is amazing.
It's pretty much this game's all over. But the
shouting. We'll give a shout out to his newborn son, whose name is Theo Fleury. I was is he named after Theo Fleury? And he just maybe. We got that EA connection. So
he's pretty much either named after Theo Fleury or the character from the Cosby Show.
Yeah,
I mean that's right. Am I right about that?
So this is amazing. So now Adam has won. They are going to play one more game. This is incredible. They're going to play one more game to decide it all.
Yes.
And then this is it. There is no more games after this.
No.
So Adam had it to win that series. He's won it. And now we are at the final game. This is it. Whoever wins this is now your Super Nintendo
Right,
champion.
because and like.
And I was just trying to think. Was I saying that he was going to win? He was the champion if he won this? No. Yeah. They play one more game.
They play one more game.
Yeah.
You are correct.
So if I
sir.
did say that before.
No. As Mr. Stroke and I mentioned previous, this has brought him into the elimination area. So Jamil does have one more chance to
Right.
win this,
Yeah.
and this game is it.
This
right
is it.
here. This is what it's all about right
Yeah.
here. This is what we were hoping for. Honestly, you know what. This is your game 7.
Yeah, this
You know,
is
if you're
exactly
watching,
your game 7.
your Stanley Cup Finals. This is your Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what you were hoping for. This is exactly what we've wanted.
Last game, that's right. So
This game will decide it all. Doesn't matter what's happened in the past.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter who beat who.
Yeah.
This game will name our champion
Yeah.
for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System portion of this all.
That's right.
Excuse me, guys. We have an irrelevant sports fact to go through to let everybody know. Andrew Romine from the Detroit Tigers played all 9 positions.
Today.
Yes. A useless stat, a useless thing to do in baseball to get attention for our last place Tigers team. Thanks for watching.
Okay, well, thanks. Well, that's, I'm a big fan of Andrew Romine. My son is a big fan of Andrew Romine, and that's really excellent that he did that. Mr. Stroke is right that stat's pretty useless, but just
He's such a proud Detroit Tigers fan.
right. I mean, when you live in Detroit and things are all Detroity.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta rally behind things like this, and only somebody who is just born and raised in the D can really appreciate
it.
This kind of stuff. Like your team sucks. By the way, the Red Wings and the Pistons, they suck right now too, and the Lions are still the Lions. So yeah. And then also, but hey, Andrew Romine went every single position today.
That's incredible. So that's the first time that ever happened.
No, it's actually not.
Oh no, okay. First
Yeah,
time
no.
it ever played
It's just we're gonna. No, it's not the first time a Tiger's done this.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay,
but either way, we're gonna still feign excitement over it, regardless of the irrelevant nature of the entire process.
That's important.
Therein.
It's important, though.
It is.
We're going to find out here who are the matchups. Okay, so we've got our matchup here for the final. Jamil is Quebec, which means Adam, who is on the right side of your screen, is Montreal. Jamil's crowd now, if you hear them in the background, they are pumping him up for this game. I just got some word here. There was mentioning on the chat, they were asking about dollars. It got thrown here in front of me. So whoever wins this game,
always talking ducats on the
is
chat.
going to win $2,300. That's $2,300 for the winner of this game. The second place is going to win $900.
Wow!
So
these guys are coming out with some cash.
These guys have paid for their trip. They've paid for their hotels.
Right.
And the winner is actually going to be going home with quite a bit of money here.
Nice.
So this is great. It's
It
a
is,
lot. It's the
yeah.
most money that they've ever given out in this NHL '94 tournament. But anyways, $2,300 for the winner of this 10 or 5 minute period, which takes about 10 minutes. That's the difference. $1,400 for 10 minutes of your life is kind of on the line.
Right.
Yes.
Right. But hey,
I don't know if they're thinking about this like now. So we really have
here
the
we are
cheering
now.
crowd.
Oh, and there's our
Quebec
first
has
goal.
just scored, and that is Jamil that has. That's Jamil that scored there. So it's 1-0.
1-0, Jamil.
For Quebec and Jamil.
And you're looking at Jamil here, right? And you're talking. He is the guy he was the odds-on favorite going into this originally, but he's not now.
Sorry, who was?
Jamil was, because he had.
In the final.
Right,
yes,
going into
yeah.
this. Except now it's not feeling like he's the odds-on favorite, is it? Because we've had Adam. He's come back.
He's won those
He's come
two,
back,
that's right.
and now he's winning this series. But none of that matters.
Yeah, that's right.
None of that
and
matters.
It's all tied up here. It's kind of funny because I'm hearing the cheers before I actually see it on the screen.
It is.
So even for myself, there's a little bit of a delay here.
Yeah, welcome to our world. You know, sometimes you hear cheers, sometimes you hear boos, but it really what happens is what is settled on the screen.
Yeah.
That is what happens.
Yeah.
We settle it on the screen.
Yeah.
Not with our voices, not with our words. We settle it on the screen.
So now let's get back in queue a little bit here. So we're tied 1-1. There's about minute and 50 seconds left here in the first period. Wow, what a game this is so far.
Mm-hmm. And we can't stress enough, if you're just joining us now, or if you weren't paying full attention before, we cannot stress enough that this game is it.
This is the final.
This is it. It doesn't matter what happened before. Past, present, future does not matter. What happens in this game is all that matters. This is everything.
And
now Montreal is just taking the lead.
So if you're watching right now, Adam is on the right side of your screen. He is Montreal, team in red, and he's just now made it 2-1 with 56 seconds left in here in the first.
His first lead of the game.
His first lead of the game, and they come right back, and it's now 2-2.
Wow.
We have fans cheering on both sides here.
We do.
There is a lot of support for. Adam's got some crew here from the Saskatoon boys who are cheering him on, and Jamil's got his Vancouver friends who are cheering him on. It's getting really exciting in here, and we're just about closing up the first period here, looking at 2-2 score.
Something to be said, too, about a room full of NHL 94 experts cheering you on.
Yes.
This is not just a room full of regular fans. This is not just a room full of anybody's. This is a room full of people that most of the people in this room could beat 99% of the world's population in the game of NHL 94. Yeah, they are here, and they are cheering you on.
Yeah, exactly.
There's something to be said for that. And this game is tied 2-2.
Yeah, we are tied 2-2.
We got less than 4.5 minutes left in the second period.
So right now, Jamil is trying to see if he can get that one-timer, in the slot there. The shot went back to the defenseman. Those don't go in very often. Oh, Adam almost tried to sneak one in there.
God loves the manual goalie.
Yes. There's a one-timer. See, those one-timers from the point, those are hard to get in. Oh, wow.
Wow.
What a save by Adam. He timed it perfectly. He timed the kick save perfectly there. It's 2-2.
Risky pass out from his goalie, too, but it worked for him.
Yeah, it did.
It put on some offensive pressure.
I saw in the chat there one guy was asking if Oilers 442 made it to this tournament. He did not make it. That's an online player, if you're ever familiar with him. Very, very good online player, but he just couldn't afford to make the trip out to Las Vegas.
I mean, it's tough sometimes.
Yeah.
We're talking Las Vegas. It's not always easy to get here. People do have, that's the problem with gamers. Gamers do have lives. They do have families. They have jobs. You can't always make it, and it's kudos to those who can.
Yeah.
Because we do have some of the finest NHL 94 players on the planet here in this room right now. Some of the people who are amazing at this game are sitting here as spectators because they've been eliminated from this tournament.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's still quite a crew in here. We've probably got 30 people that have stuck around, and we're getting pretty late in the night here too.
We are.
A lot of guys that got eliminated, they left, but a lot of them stuck around because they just want to see how all this ends.
Mm-hmm.
So now we've got a breakaway. Oh, and he
fluffed it.
Jamil wanted to do that one timer there, and he just. Sometimes that happens where you just kind of flub it a little bit. Obviously, there was no intention to shoot it off the boards, but. So here we go.
It does happen.
Adam just got him before the blue line, before that beep sets in. You get that penalty shot.
The center ice defense
is
incredible in this game.
Okay, so let's put this in perspective now. They are all clapping in here. We have 5 minutes of game time left, which is really like about 2.5 minutes of real life time.
Wow. Bellows is out.
Wow.
For the remainder of the game, barring overtime.
But this is actually not a bad thing for Adam. Montreal has 5 players that are all good mid to high 70 ratings. So
they're a deep team.
Bellows out of the game, while some might think it's a bad thing, it's not. He can put in a couple other players in there. I think.
Well, because we have Owen Nolan going to the box right now.
So this isn't a bad thing for Adam. He's on the power play now. And, because Bellows is out, not a big deal.
When you're playing 5-minute periods.
When you're playing 5-minute periods,
Hey.
you know. Oh, wow. He
Wow.
tried to get that in the corner. It just, I think he might have saved that one. But here we are. We've got just over 4 minutes left. Oh, and Jamil tried to sneak that one on the that short side there on the
Wide
forehand.
of the net on
Usually
the left.
you can get that in. Oh, I think Adam tried to fool him there. He thought maybe he could catch him if he saw the guy in the center and maybe would think that he was doing a one-timer. So I think that was a play that actually Adam tried to do to see if he could sneak it in on him and catch him off
This
the
game,
post.
we have less than 3.5 minutes left of this game. It is tied at 2.
So we've got $2,300 along the line. Oh, wow. What a save by Adam. Again, another kick save that was timed. That is a perfectly timed save. And here we are. The penalty is now over. We're back to 5-on-5. There's 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. Adam has got it in the corner there. He's looking for that pass. Oh, but it was...
when you're playing at this level, manual goalie is so important.
Yes.
I cannot stress how important manual goalie is at this stage of the game when you're playing at this kind of level. You might think that auto goalie is a better move. I prefer auto goalie myself, but when you're playing at this level, it can't be done.
Yeah.
You have to have a good manual goalie.
We are going to see this place erupt here any moment because I think that
we are
somebody's
tied at 2.
We're
going into face-off. It's minute 43 left.
Somebody's going to win this game 3-2. And Adam, he tried to get that one-timer over and he got knocked down. Good play by Jamil there. Jamil really set him up in front. Jamil's been trying to go for that deke lately. So another good play by Jamil. He's bringing it back up. There's 1 minute left. Now he takes it to the side. He's looking for that one-timer to try and get it across. Another good play by Adam. We've got 48 seconds left here, and it's tied 2-2. This is for the best Super Nintendo player in North America. And now Adam has taken a penalty.
No, you're absolutely right. We're looking at a face-off. 41 seconds left in this game in regulation. 2-2, and this is for everything.
We are so close now. We've got 20 seconds left. Here comes Jamil. He tries to stutter step. Oh, wow. Sundin is out for the game. Sundin has just been out for the game. But I don't know if Adam wants this because now it puts him down by 2 players heading either, if it doesn't get finished, it's heading into overtime. But taking out Sundin, that's pretty big.
Yes, it is. This is a huge hit. This is a huge hit. It wouldn't be at this stage of the game if they weren't tied, if they weren't going into overtime, and if this game was not for all the marbles.
Yeah. He's put in Ricci, so, I mean, Jamil's still okay here. Ricci's a really good player.
Absolutely.
Ranked in the 70s, so they're both still set. But this is, we're going to see how Adam can he's just decided to ice it down. I think he's going to want to let this play to overtime.
6 seconds left in this game, but we are doing a face-off right next to the net, so
this is incredible.
Overtime.
This is incredible. We are in the final game. The crowd, you couldn't have picked anything better for this.
Right.
1 goal is all that's left to decide who's
We have
going
brought
to be the
this
champion.
series to everything it could go to. We are now in a game that is tied 2-2. This game is for everything, for all the money. $2,300 on the line. We're looking at overtime.
You are going to see someone
Quebec.
go absolutely bonkers here when they score.
Next goal wins $2,300.
Oh, what a play! So Adam needs to get back here. He's down. He's down by 2 men. His other guy should be coming out of the box soon. Oh, what a play! He poke checked him there. So now.
This is
off the post.
And a post
now
is a
Jamil
goalie's
has a
best
chance
friend.
coming back the other way. He's got that break. The one-timer. Wow, what a save.
Manual.
Oh, no! Oh, no! Jamil has won it on a play on his own net. Jamil is literally running around. He is running around the whole building here. The entire Vancouver crowd, you can't see this, but they are hopping around in the background, jumping up and down.
An insane end to that game. 3-2, Quebec over Montreal, and Jamil.
What an incredible finish that was.
Absolutely incredible. And Jamil is our winner. He will be coming home with all the money. Well, not all the money because Adam's winning a little bit too. But still, he's not thinking about the money. He's winning right now. He's thinking about the defeat.
What an
two
incredible
amazing
game.
competitors.
Oh, it was unreal. Unreal.
Two incredible competitors.
That's why this
it
game
came
is
down
so much
to the,
fun. If you're watching at home, how could you not like that?
You know
how could
what?
You not like it?
You know what? We've talked so much about how this is the greatest hockey game ever made. I'm sick of talking about how this is the greatest hockey game ever made. This is the greatest sports game ever made.
I wouldn't disagree with you.
This truly is. On a competitive basis, this is the best sports game ever made. It's been proven right here, right now, as we have a 3-2 Quebec victory over Montreal in overtime for all the marbles, all the money, all the fame, all the glory here on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
I mean, a huge congratulations to Jamil. What a game that he played to keep it. He kept himself in it. There was breaks back and forth. I'm sure that. I mean, poor Adam's probably going to be thinking about that post for a while.
And think about what Adam did here tonight.
Yeah.
Adam came back from nothing. He was in the loser bracket. He won the loser bracket. He had to win 3 games before Jamil won 2.
Right.
He won the 2.
He did.
He brought it to that next game. They played the next game. They scored 2 goals each. They took it to overtime. They took it to sudden death, and then Jamil, when it was looking like everything was falling apart for him.
Yeah.
It looked like everything was coming apart and he wasn't going to possibly come to the end. He then comes through and did what he's been doing all day, is winning hockey games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't criticize this at all. What two great competitors, a series of great games.
We are actually watching the replay of this right now. You saw that Adam hit the post here. I actually missed what happened. That's okay. So there was a giveaway right in. Adam tried to clear it, and he gave it right to Jamil.
He did.
And Jamil just shot it right towards the net. It went in. I wasn't sure what happened there because it happened so fast.
It did.
But they were giving us a replay there. I mean, I got to feel for Adam. It's a tough way to lose.
Terrible.
But you know what? Both guys played awesome. There's no question. Both guys are going to wave with some money.
They are.
So
they are.
I mean, Adam's got $900. He's going to take it home. Maybe he'll get his son and some brand new.
He might get and he might do something for his son. Maybe he'll walk right across the street and blow it all on a craps table too.
Yeah.
Or maybe he'll like quadruple it.
Yeah. Or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
maybe he'll get something real nice for his wife for encouraging him to come.
Yeah, and maybe we shouldn't have said so like on air how much he won because maybe he was going to go home and tell his wife he only won $200. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I have no idea. You never know.
She might be watching.
Right. But I'm sure Adam is always very honest with his wife, and I'm sure he's a good guy, and that's great for him and his family. What a great game! What a great game!
That was
and
incredible.
And we didn't even care that our entire set is falling apart behind us. There are grips and gaffers, whatever that means, putting our set back together because they knocked it over while we were talking, and we were so professional when we didn't talk about it. But now we are talking about it.
I don't know who's out there, but you keep seeing on the stream. They keep showing that replay over and over and over again.
I just want to show you guys something.
Sure.
Here's a celebration outside, if you can see this. Here's your champion celebrating right here with a bottle of champagne. If you can see that. He's about to open it right here. Just give it a second. And here it comes. And Jamil from Vancouver is your SNES NHL 94 champion, celebrating outside the downtown Grand. There he is right there enjoying his champagne on the other side of the camera. But there it is.
Jamil.
The celebration. Come around, Jamil. Come and say a few words. And that was the celebration. Here's your microphone. I just want to show that outside.
Thank you so much. We have the absolute champion of Super Nintendo for the NHL 94. It wasn't looking good for you for a minute there.
No, I had lost all the momentum, lost the best 2 out of 3. I beat him in the preliminary series. I thought it was an easy matchup. I was actually hoping to meet my friend from Vancouver to have a 1-2 finish. He beat me the 2 out of 3. He had all the momentum. He got the matchup. So I took Quebec because we've been practicing with Quebec and no one up the middle. One of my best buddies, Kevin, told me to put him up the middle. And going in OT, I wasn't confident. My hand was cramping, but came through in the end on a weird goal. It was going to be an ugly one to win it.
It was, and it's funny you mentioned hand cramping because, I mean, let's face it, the people who play NHL 94 aren't exactly spring chickens these days, and hands do cramp.
Absolutely.
But let's face it, you were looking so great going into this series.
Yeah.
And then things were not going your way.
They weren't. You know what? In the preliminary round, I went 5-1, played a couple of guys there that were world beaters. And I thought if I can stay in with against them, I got a chance. And Daryl came to me early and said something to the effect of, hey, you got a good chance in this tournament, kid. And that motivated me a little bit. And my buddies from Vancouver motivated me a lot. And you know what? When it's raining, it's pouring in Vancouver, the sun always comes out in the summer, and that's what happened.
It's so true because I saw you earlier on today too. You looked great, and I'll be honest with you. When this series started, I really thought this is Jamil's to lose. He's coming in here. He's probably going to win this. It's a shot in the dark for Adam to come in here and do this. But then he won that first game, and then he won that next game, and then you're playing in the final game. And it's tied. And then regulation ends. It's not looking great, but you did it. You did it. So I want to congratulate you. You played great all day. And I don't want to talk about how you did play great against Adam today, too. You guys were both great competitors. You both came in. You both looked great. But it was scary for the Jamil fans there at the end.
Yeah, you know what? Truth is, first I got to congratulate Adam. He had a great tournament, great finals. You know what? He was a sportsman the whole way through. Throughout every goal, we were talking about, hey, good goal, good goal. We're all supporting each other, and that's part of the community. And I'm going to thank you, Daryl, for hosting this tournament. Phenomenal time, well organized. We had an absolute blast. So I take my hat off to you guys. Take my hat off to Adam and all the competitors here. It was a lot of fun.
Jamil, I wanted to say one thing, and I was during the broadcast, I was telling them about how you sent me an email. You sent me an email, and you say, you know what, and I'll say this about Jamil. He wasn't being cocky about it. He was generally being sincere. He's like, I watched some videos, and I think that I can be competitive. And I was saying to myself, you know what, here's one of those guys who thinks he's really good at the game, but when you got here, you showed right off the bat, you beat the two of the best two players in your first two games. I was like, okay, he's not kidding. And he was, and like I said, you weren't being cocky about it. You saw how you watched some games online. You saw how they played, and you know what? And you said, you know what? I think I can compete with these guys.
And the truth is, I wasn't just speaking on my behalf. The 5 guys I came with, 4 of them are world beaters as well. So it's a coin flip when we play at home, and I knew we all had a chance. The game style looked very familiar to what we play at home, so I knew we had a chance.
And despite what happened before, cocky. Maybe. I doubt it. You don't seem cocky now, but it is, as they always say, it is not bragging if you back it up. and you backed it up tonight. We do need to move up on out of here because we got a Sega Genesis one to finish as well. Congratulations, Jamil. Thank you very much. It's great to have you. Daryl, thank you for all your efforts in this. And but we do need to move you up on out of here. So
we are in the Sega
Congratulations,
now,
sir.
So we're going to let Michael take over. Thanks a lot, guys.
So much. No, thank you so much, Daryl. You've been great. Wow, Mike.
Hi,
Nick.
ladies and gentlemen.
Nick.
Ross got
Mike.
a goal.
Everybody.
Just to let you know, Mr. Raphael Friedman is the Boston Bruins.
He's the home team.
And oh man, we have EA as Dallas. Eric, or EA for
EA. Yes.
Yeah, it goes by EA.
Yeah.
A clever and extremely cute nickname.
Of course, it makes sense.
Yeah.
How about that?
I mean, imagine you're awesome at the best EA game ever,
So
and your
why
initials
not go?
happen to be EA.
I know, it's incredible.
Talk about gnarly.
I don't know if his last name's
That
Allen,
looked
but
like
I'm
a
going to call him
pass.
Eric Allen for the rest of the night.
All right, so let's go over. We're now on the Genesis side. We're back to the
I was
Genesis.
going to go with
over.
Adamson.
Let's go back over. This is the losers bracket final.
It
so
is.
whoever wins here will go on to the Genesis finals versus Angry J.
Angry J.
Yeah, so we could see a rematch from our first match from our broadcast here on Twin Galaxies Live. Make sure you guys love and share us. Joe Juno coming in for F. Nice stacking not stacking the pads, closing the 5 hole.
No, this is. I mean, you guys, Nick, Mike, it's so great to be back on, the three of us. But
yeah, we haven't had the chance to all three of us.
We really haven't today. We've had so many great contributors. Mm-hmm. Today thus far, it's
incredibly
really
helpful.
It's really been great, but oh my God,
backhand by Bork.
This is the second goal for Mr. King,
Hall of Famer, one of the best defensemen of all time,
best 77 of all time for sure.
Absolutely,
give me your microphone.
Best 77 defenseman of all time. You guys, it's so hard. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Mike. You're
Mike.
fine. I was just calling you. Yeah, it's okay.
It's so hard to say this when this great game is going on, but if we could just take a minute to say, the SNES tournament, how amazing. What a great finale.
I'm assuming we'll see the same finale here, and then we will see a ridiculous finale when the SNES champion versus the Genesis champion.
Oh, geez. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Oh, it's going to happen tonight.
It is.
It's hockey. Overtime hockey is always the best. Oh, picked up.
It is. And it's so hard to talk about the past when this whole day is moving so fast. And here we are, end of the first period, 2-1, Boston over Dallas, and what a great end.
No, it really is. And you talk about Jamil when me and Daryl were out here for when Jamil was originally playing Kevin for the semifinals. I would have put, and Jamil did take it off. He eventually did win. I would have put all the money that Jamil was not losing another game.
Yeah.
The way he was playing going in was pretty incredible, and the way Kevin came back in barely lost.
Oh, good job.
No, Nick, I agree with you. We're 2-2 here in the second period. But, Nick, I agree with you completely. Like I was just saying with Jamil, it was his to lose. I thought for sure he was just walking with it. But then when he didn't in the first game, and he didn't in the second game, and he didn't in the third game, and we're tied in the third period, we're tied in overtime, it was looking rough.
It was looking, I just kind of assumed Kevin had it at that point.
Right, but then Jamil did what we all thought he was going to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We got a breakaway with
At
Bork.
the end of it all.
Nice job. Another second chance. One-timer to the side. Bork again with the awesome checking power. Outside to Oates. Oh, sitting on the doorstep.
And again, ladies.
Another Sweetney.
Wow.
Jonathan Sweetney. Donovan.
Not Benjamin Sweeney. That's from Twin Galaxies fame.
Yes.
And again, guys, I know that play did end up resulting in a goal, but again, you just can't stress enough the importance of the manual goalie.
Yes, manual goalie.
At this stage of the game.
And gambling on the right decision, too.
Right.
Oh, Don Sweeney breakaway. Oh, backhand goal.
Though the way Game 2 ended in the finals of SNES, you can completely blame on the manual goalie.
Yes.
It's 1 of a 42 chance, and it didn't matter ultimately for Jamil. But that was one of those times where you do have to be careful with how the manual goalie is used.
Oh, Neely missed a one-timer.
Obviously, in the end, it worked out just fine for him.
Picked up by Moog. Moog, nice pass. Here we go, up to Oates.
Oh, and a whiff.
Yes, Juno. Cross-ice goal. The patented NHL 94 goal. The first goal. The first way you learn how to score in NHL 94.
No, but you're definitely right, Josh, with the manual goalie. And this is the key. When you use them properly, you have a legitimate sixth man to use as a real player.
You are
and
absolutely
if you can't
right,
figure
man.
that out, you're at a loss. You really are. I mean, you have to know how to use the manual goalie in this tournament.
And when it comes to offense as well, the accuracy of every goaltender's pass is so much better than some of your defensemen or even forwards at that matter.
And I will say
we have a chance here. Nice backhand,
save.
another nice.
The advantage of the manual goalie and the versatility of its use is much better on the Super Nintendo.
I agree.
Yeah. It's a lot better. I still like the Genesis
Broughton,
version
we got to. Just as a period expires.
I think that's a valid point, Nick.
Super Nintendo actually might be a more versatile game.
I like the idea of pushing the button to stand up quicker.
Yeah, no, there's a lot. There's actually, I can actually see it, and I've only just watched, probably 10, 12 games on it, but
Eric
I
needs
think it
the
might be a
goal
more
right
advanced
here
game.
Possibly before the penalty. I mean, we're coming down to less
bold
than minutes.
statement coming from a Genesis.
Yeah,
a Genesis purist.
I still prefer the Genesis version leaps and bounds more than the SNES, but I do actually think they might have a point.
4 minutes and 30 seconds. Eric's got to solve the problem here of getting a goal because we're getting to the point where Raf could just do his normal game and kill a couple more extra seconds on his approach in.
Though a problem like King Raph rarely has a solution.
Yes.
Very, very true, guys. Nick, Mike, you're absolutely right. And at this point in the game,
Oates again with the backhand.
you know, I mean, especially with that goal, we're looking at just slightly over 3.5 minutes left in this game. A 7-2 Boston/Raph lead. I really don't see EA, despite his immense skill, I really don't see him coming back from this deficit.
Yeah, and I mean, we know
there's just not enough time.
No.
Not now.
And
Juno.
We know the way the last game between Jay and Raph went was 11-2 victory in favor of Jay, but you're still talking about the two best players on the Sega Genesis, hands down.
Yeah.
No, you really are. And what's strange too is that, you know, sometimes players just simply don't match up well against each other.
It's very true.
And EA is a great player. There may be players out there that EA could beat that Raph would have a lot of trouble
Without
with.
a doubt.
But they don't seem to match up well
nice save.
against each other. And Raph really seems to have his number here tonight.
Yeah, and like I don't know the specifics because there has been so many
Oh,
games,
what a
but I'd
save.
like to know if Eric played Jay tonight, and I'm curious if they did and what the outcome of that game is.
Good point.
Obviously, I know
We'll
the
have to
outcome
go
was
back
Jay
and look
won
through
because
the
he hasn't
bracket
lost
before
yet.
we get to
But I
that
wonder what
point.
the score was.
You know,
Neely finishes
shall
him
I
off.
present a shall I present a super nerdy analogy here? You know, I mean, it's kind of like how Count Dooku can really beat the crap out of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
And then Anakin can kill Count Dooku with ease, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi can beat Anakin.
Yeah, no, that's the
You
way
know,
it works.
I mean, sometimes the best of the best just don't always match up with the other best of the best. And that seems to be the case tonight when Raph is really beating up on EA, who is just a stellar competitor.
No, without a doubt. And I mean, coming in third place in this tournament is nothing to be ashamed of.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, and I mean, you're talking. Listen, you know, EA's going to lose this game. He's going to lose it big, but he's still going to walk away being the third best player in this game in the world. So
there we go.
And
you are going to see what we saw in the Super Nintendo tournament just a short time ago. King Raph is going to be playing Angry Jay.
Angry Jay and King Raph will be playing. But now we're going to bring back Jamil, the guy we brutally kicked off the show.
Yes.
You know, not that long ago.
Not too bad for him.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, he does not need your sympathy.
So I'm wanting some sort of moment to go back. The money doesn't matter. I'm looking for either that blazer, that shirt.
You want to wear it right now?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
H1C1, orange. I love it.
This is what we're looking for here, okay?
I love it. I'm wearing one to the next tournament for sure.
We want to see someone die in the poison fog wearing our jackets, okay? That's right.
Modern Don Cherry Run to play. I like it.
We have.
The Johnny Carson.
I know. Wow, I like it.
Nice. Yeah, that's. You know what? What you're wearing looks much better than what these toolboxes are wearing. So. But we talked about your prowess in NHL '94. Yeah. We talked about how intense your last game and your last series was. Yeah. We talked about how good you were. We talked about even how gracious you were and how. But now, it's time to get paid.
It's time to get paid. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it is time. You can say that. You can say that the money doesn't matter to you, and you can and we'll believe you with a wink. We will say that. We will, because it's important and it's the right thing to say. You are a class act, but the money does matter, and you're about to get it, sir.
The truth is that I promised my guys when we came here, we're coming in as a team, and we're going to celebrate as a team. And so part of that's going there, and then the rest of it is going towards my girlfriend's ring. And so
really,
yeah. So it's gonna be.
So are you telling us right now that this victory is going to bring you to marital bliss?
Absolutely.
Well, I congratulate you, sir, doubly.
Thank you very much.
And that's great to know. And this guy, Mikey.
I just had to go pay off a mom.
Yeah, exactly. This money probably isn't even his. So as soon as you get it, just run.
Especially on free months.
But Mikey, we got stuff to do, so give this guy's money already.
There we go. $2,300 and $20.
I'd count that if I were you. This guy can't count past 11.
There you go.
I
Best NHL 94.
Yeah.
Amazing. Look at this guy.
Congratulations, sir. Count that as soon as you're off camera because Mikey means well, but he can't count past 11 with his shoes on. So just make sure you count that afterwards and make sure there's no Canadian stuff mixed in there because as Mikey will tell you, Canadian money is just like this much better than Monopoly money.
Looks a lot better.
Yeah, it looks slightly cooler and it's worth a little bit more. But
congrats, man.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks very much, guys.
You earned it. You are a great competitor, sir.
Thanks very much. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, go drop all of that on Red 9 across the street. Just walk across the street. Red 9. Just put it all on there.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll hope to see you at the end.
Yes.
Real quick, we got to get back to the game.
The
we got the
final.
Genesis. This is the finals for the Genesis. Best 2 out of 3. We got
Raphael is Washington.
Washington. Yeah.
And Angry Jay is Philadelphia.
Which is hope he's got the B check ready if he's using Lindros. I haven't seen him yet.
I would say Lindros, we have not seen on the stream for about 6 hours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very true.
So
we're looking at 1-0 Washington over Philadelphia right now.
I think we have to go back to the same scenario we talked about SNES. Raph must win 2 of 3.
Yes, you must.
He must win 2 out of 3 here, and if he does that, then he'll go to a final game because Angry Jay has not lost the series yet. So it's the same scenario of SNES that we had earlier tonight. So Brindamore all loses the puck.
So basically, Raph needs to win 3 before Angry Jay wins
Needs
2.
to win, just like last time, folks.
Angry Jay's played about as flawless as you can play in a tournament tonight.
Oh, big save there. Good, smart move.
If Angry Jay was any less flawless, he would be Jamil on the SNES. in essence, is what we're saying. It's basically history repeating itself.
Yeah. Though right now, Angry Jay's record is I don't want to say it yet. He's doing well.
You don't want to.
I don't want to.
We saw it the last time.
I don't want to jinx it.
All right, got deep in the zone. Oh, here we go. A Hail Mary pass. Good, nice pick off there by Alfredi. Oh, here can we see a Howitzer? Nice check by Ricci. Lots of defense. That's the thing is now we're Philly and Washington. This is kind of a
this is a tough matchup.
It's a wish-wash.
You kind of have 2 teams that very similar teams, not very heavy on offense.
It's wish-wash or it's Philly-washed.
It's
one of those
kind
two.
of annoying to play with some of the players at certain points.
I am not a huge fan of playing with either of these teams because there isn't that breakout guy. There is not that Alexander McGillney. There is not that Steve Yzerman.
Yep. Or it's not, the teams are so bad that you are literally just playing positional.
No, and that's different. And I mean, some teams aren't fun to play at all just because they're just pure garbage.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, Nick, and that can play into a one-on-one game as well. But you're looking at teams that are solid.
Oh, nice flick over the right goal.
And that's a tie hockey game. But you're looking at teams that are solid teams that don't have a lot of speed.
No.
They don't have a lot of breakout power.
Yeah, heavy on defense, both teams. And if you know how to play them right, it's going to be tough to get into the red zone. But basically, it's going to be really difficult to score 5, 6, 7 goals like we've seen Angry Jay do a lot in this tournament.
Absolutely.
Oh, Litson on the doorstep. Nice job picking up the defense. Transitioning across the line. And he was offside, Nick. Oh, and tried the cross ice.
A lot of teams I've noticed have been offside in this game.
Not there. No, he kept it onside.
No, he
it looked like he did it on purpose for half a second.
And when you're watching this game too,
nice clear. 1 minute left in the second.
From game to game, you can tell the difference between the fluidity of the Super Nintendo version and the Genesis version.
Without a doubt. And we are playing on the Sega Genesis.
Right. The Genesis it's looser. It's a looser method of play.
Yeah, and almost, and I will say this, not clunkier. It's not clunkier, but the way the Super Nintendo, I would say playing the Genesis has a more real feel to it. I feel like you have better control over the players in the Genesis from like just a tactile form.
Yeah.
Where there is this weird, strange, like almost more artistic bend to the way the Super Nintendo moves.
Yes.
Honestly, almost like a surreal motion opposed to like a real feel to it.
Nick, I agree with you. The playability does seem better on the Genesis because it does seem as if the players are actually moving on ice.
Yes.
Where the SNES has a more methodical feel.
It's a very strange thing to get used to.
And which one's more realistic? Neither. I don't know.
It's a
but
video game, folks.
It is a video game. I'm not here to
What about
analyze
the VR hockey game?
Exactly.
VR NHL 94. That's what we're
there
working
we
on
go.
next. Oh, here he comes. Oh, right in the middle of the gut.
I almost feel like the Super Nintendo plays more like a video game than the Sega Genesis does.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Well, the Genesis version is more like a simulation.
No, absolutely.
I
Hockey
don't disagree
simulator.
with that analysis.
Nice, and that is Jay taking the lead 2-1.
That's
2:50 left
heartbreaking
in the game.
there at this point.
2-1 Philadelphia over Washington. This is the third period. Less than 3 minutes to go.
Yep. And that kind of goes into, not to go into it too deeply, but the Genesis feels like you're playing at an arcade.
Oh!
The Super Nintendo's a console.
And that makes it 3-1. That makes it 3-1.
That's a huge
We got less than
difference.
3 minutes to go in this game.
This
It
could
is
be
going to be
it.
very difficult for Washington
like I
to come
said,
back
with
from
these
this.
teams, you're not going to build up a lot of speed. You're not going to get that.
No, I figured I would have guessed a 4-1.
You got to
4-2
get
win.
almost two perfect one-timers. And then
At
the
this
reach.
point, with
There
that
we go.
save, we're
Here we
looking.
go. Oh, we might have breakaway.
2 minutes
Oh.
left.
We're looking at a Philadelphia
picked the
win.
perfect
Jay
manual
is
goalie there.
Jay could wrap this up with one more goal here.
See, that's the thing with these teams. You can't get that cut far enough to get around the goaltender.
The misuse,
okay.
misuse of the manual goal there.
And it's all over with the shouting, but that was a misuse of the manual goalie, but you can see why he did it because
it was last-ditch effort.
Yeah, and this is a last-ditch effort. That was analogous to pulling your goalie.
No, it really was. It was.
And
this about does it.
Yeah,
folks.
you got to try at the end. And let's be honest, everyone. This is a 5-1 victory. That sounds like a blowout, but this game was not a blowout.
It was not. It did not. It was not even decided up until about 90 seconds ago.
But now it's there, and
now the mental game of the choice of the next game here. What two teams are they going to? What two teams that Raph is going to pick because he's away. So this is kind of
this is going to be very difficult for
He's
Raph
got
to
to make
come
the
back
right
on.
choice here, and also he's played a lot of games. Angry Jay's played a lot of games, so even if it goes to a third game, the choices just keep building.
That's a
up.
Ricci hat trick, bringing the final score of this game 6-1. That's ugly, and it's ugly, but it really is not reflective of how that game went down.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for
All right, folks. Yes, they're going to resume here. They're going to pick the next tables.
So now for the folks at home, Raph has to win.
Yes. He's back against the wall every game, and that's why it's important. Oh. Jay's Detroit, right? Jay's Detroit. Yeah. All right, here we go, folks. Lindstrom goes in for Jason. That we saw that, and Cicerelli Fedorov. Yeah, this is kind of the nail in the coffin. Oh, this matchup. You got the best forwards on the other side. The only difference maker, in my personal opinion, is that Angry Jay has Tim Chevelday between the pipes. That gives him the edge in this game. Oh, good trip there by Chevelday. All right, Angry Jay's bringing Iserman. Oh, Lindstrom gets the one-timer from Fedorov. Angry Jay takes the lead 1-0. Yes. Well, if Angry Jay wins, he is the king of NHL 94 for the Genesis. It is over. Yes. The patented Cicerelli shot came out with the manual goalie. Oh, Magolny the other place. Oh, and he dives again. That diving. Not with Chev. Chev is a stand-up goaltender. He's one of the last. Yes. So Raff has tied it up here, trying to cross-ice one-timer. Back over to Cicerelli. He's going to try the patent. Oh, nice job coming out there to take that angle. Oh, Coffee can dance around him. Oh. That is correct. Fedorov's almost too fast in this game when you're trying to pull off moves like that. All right, Yzerman over to Fedorov, back to Yzerman once. Oh, and it squeaks through. And the assist is not awarded to Sergei on that. If we were the statisticians, we would go back and change that. It was on the second shot, but I'd still give Fedorov the assist. Yeah, you know what we haven't seen tonight? Maybe we'll get to see it tonight from Cheveldae. Is the double assist. I love the double assist from the goaltender. Fedorov came out, blocked it. Good block. Self. That's your favorite. All right, Angry Jay is playing the puck possession game, trying for the oh, that is just kind of a bad bounce. Right spot, right time for Sergei. No, there's plenty of time left. Yes. Yeah. There we go. Raff got a one-timer over to McGillney. But I feel that Raff chose these two teams because he's probably the most comfortable with these two. I mean, there might be an advantage, but you know, as we saw in the finals in overtime in the Super Nintendo series earlier, that even if you have even matched teams, it could be a fluke goal that could make the difference. Oh, big save. Yeah. Yzerman breakaway. Good save. I'm glad he didn't go for the dive there. Fedorov to Cicerelli. Oh, perfectly timed check to stop the almost on. I mean, when you get Cicerelli in that position, it is like a 95% guarantee it's going to go in. Oh, and Yzerman just gets it pounded. Yep, that's right. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yes. All right, end of 2. Raph is down by 2. It comes down to this. The crowd is getting excited. We may see a NHL. We could see a champion here at the end of this period. We will never know. Yeah. Well, we still got the finals. And once again, thanks you guys for joining tonight. Oh, we got the echoing again. It's probably one of our pieces of equipment. I'll be right back.
Just to stay alive in this tournament. That will not be easy, but I'm not in any way saying it's impossible. It's not easy. No. And the fact that there's no rules.
Yes, and as Don Cherry has always said, 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey.
But is a 3-goal lead the worst league in hockey?
It is the best goal. It is the best. When Steve Yzerman gets a hat trick. I never get much hat tricks in this game with Steve Yzerman. It's always Cicerelli.
There's been a lot of hat tricks on the streets. This
cross ice.
This is dire straits for Buffalo. We're looking.
Now we're getting down to the last 2.5 minutes. It could be a puck possession. Yep, here we go. Puck possession. Back to yep. Oh, good pick by Howard Chuck. Oh, look, here we go. No, he doesn't.
Like Daryl and
control.
Sometimes playing
back
can be beneficial.
2 minutes left
in this game.
Nice job by Cicerelli to come back. Oh, here we go. We might have an opportunity, and it's 5-3 with 1 minute and 54 seconds left. Raph. Yeah, like I said, it could be 5-5 at the 1:30 mark. You never know.
It's still looking very bad for Raph, but he's in this
Yzerman breakaway. Nice. Oh, huge save that kept it going. Missed pass, McGillney.
He's changing
up.
Tried
to go on the left side.
Jay's changing up his style of play. You can see he wants another goal here. This is back to playing some offense.
And you could hear a pin drop in this room all of a sudden that is very crowded with people.
Oh. No, that really, Nick, you are absolutely right. This room is silent.
Yes,
in a room where you couldn't hear yourself think just a few minutes ago. You literally could hear a pin drop in this
30
room.
seconds left.
Eight seconds left in the game. 3 seconds left in the game. And that is
Congratulations.
That's a hockey game, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. We have a new champion in the Genesis Arena.
Amazing game. Amazing game. Angry Jay has become Happy Jay in this arena here in downtown Las Vegas.
Yep. And Mikey is bringing over the bottle of champagne.
He sure is.
Yep, there's the handshake.
Champagne, the Genesis winner.
Just don't do it in front of maybe the systems, but at this point, who cares? Yeah. I was going to say 2 SNESs didn't quite make the trip.
This is coming from the gentlemen who have ran Sega Genesises and Super Nintendos through car washes, who have threatened to burn down every Donkey Kong cabinet in the world, and they're worried about a little bit of champagne falling on some Sega Genesises that don't even belong to them.
No, yeah, that's very true. We also made them float in Lake Michigan. So.
That's true, they did.
And they did float for almost 10 seconds.
Very briefly. Here we go.
We already have the champion himself, Mr. Jay. How are you doing, sir?
Well,
congratulations. Thank you.
Well, Angry Jay, is it safe to say that you are now Happy Jay? Ecstatic Jay.
Jumping out of your skin, Jay. Now, I have to say, your competitor was no amateur at this game. The fact that you were able to, and we're not taking anything away from Ralph, the fact that you were able to make it look, at least for our sake, look easy is kind of astounding. I've played him before, and he's incredible.
Most any given day, he's the best. I feel very lucky to get by him the way I did. You know, and Jay, I'll be honest with you, and this is taking nothing away from your skills because your skills are obviously top notch. I knew that before, and you proved me wrong, right, however you want to say it, but I didn't think Raph was beat. I'll just put it right here. I honestly didn't either, and I knew how good you were.
Sure, but I've just seen him play way too many times.
You just did it, though. Yeah, well, you know, you might not have been a believer before today, but everybody is a believer now. You did it. Congratulations, sir. You earned it. You played the best of the best, and you beat the best of the best. Not once. Not This is no fluke. You played everyone. You beat everyone, and you did it. And now somebody's about to make that money.
It looks like you won something actually there. Look at that. Wow.
$2,320 right there for you. The biggest NHL 94 payout. Actually, here, I'll do this one more thing. I'll give you an extra $1. Here, so you are now the most highest paid NHL 94 athlete by $1 more than that Super Nintendo guy. But there you go.
Yeah. See a little favoritism towards the Sega Genesis?
A little bit, yeah. I can do that. So, the greatest NHL 94 player in the world right here, folks. Right here.
Yeah.
I do have to ask one more question, though, Jay. We were talking about the team selection and how there was someone like the Detroit Red Wings still left. Who is the team that you feel like gives you the best advantage in this game? I kind of had a feeling. We were shocked, actually, when it was Detroit, Buffalo going in, and you, who had been on a winning streak, got to choose the Red Wings, which is all of our favorites hands down. Okay. Okay, that's kind of what I had a feeling. We were kind of shocked by the entire situation, so I kind of assumed. The way you played with them, it was obvious that you were very comfortable with that team. Well, man, what are you going to do now? Shake that,
Vegas, right?
Absolutely. I would say they usually win a ton of money and then just go, you know what, I'm really tired. I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's what everybody does.
I'm going to go be a reasonable person. You know, I'm not going to spend any of this money. I'm going to go put it. No, who am I kidding? I'm going to go spend some money.
Yeah, no.
Maybe a 401k, just try to save some cash.
My portfolio,
It's a retirement thing. That's what most video game tournaments are for, is retirement.
So go put it all on Red 9 on the roulette table right now. Boom.
I don't even know what type of money that would give me if we were right. I mean, the way time's been going, let's give her a shot.
I am getting way too many what I assume has to be, because it has to be this and not the other thing. I think they want you to pop a bottle of champagne.
Well, I'm going to need help with that. I have never drank champagne in my life.
Well, I can
need to drink it. I think the street needs to drink some, though.
All right, well, I can handle that one. Let's go get it.
If you need help opening it, we're here for you,
I think you need
buddy.
to go take care of that, man. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Congratulations, sir. You're the best. You earned it. Wow. What a couple of what a couple of great competitions we
Could we have possibly had a better ending to both of these? And I know you might be watching. Maybe you're thinking cynically at home, what are you talking about? Jay took care of that, no problem. It's not that he took care of it, and I know at home it looked like no problem, and that was definitely not, and that was not no problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact on who he beats.
Yes.
Raph won the Genesis section when we did it 2 years ago. Or no, he made it to the finals, very finals. You got to play this guy.
Yeah,
in my opinion, he is, like you said, Josh, he's unbeatable. It was proven false tonight. But
yes.
I seriously, even if you asked me tomorrow again if you played Jay, I would still take Raph.
Would you really?
I really would. I
don't know that I'd go that far, but they're both great competitors.
He's that good.
Raph he's just so good. And Jay tonight was just that much better.
No, he really was. It's not even
No.
a question on who was better tonight. Mike, you have played Raph before, and you are very good at this game. I have to ask, have you played Jay yet?
Yeah, he was the very first match today, and I lost 7-0.
That was to Raph, though. Have you played Jay, though?
No, I did not have the opportunity to play Jay today.
Okay. And it was on the Sega Genesis, so obviously this is what we're talking about. And both of these competitors were in the Super Nintendo bracket, too, which also shows you how incredible the gameplay is that Jay won this. He also played an entire other bracket.
Yeah.
And it's not like he got out in the first round. He
Right.
made it to advanced games in both systems. So.
Right. Right. No, I mean, these great players, great play, great game, great night. I mean, I don't know a whole lot more to say about it at this point, at this juncture. They did great. They look great. We have a pair of gracious, highly skilled winners.
Yeah.
And that's it. That is what we're here for. That's what we were here to cover, and we covered it.
We did.
Nick, you got anything else to add?
I gotta ask, Mike, I'm actually curious. Is there a possibility that this isn't the final game of the night?
No, the winner of the SNES is going. We have. I'm sorry. We have Jamil and Angry Jay are gonna play one game on Genesis, one game on Super Nintendo. If neither team wins, it's going to be a goal differential to choose which system they want to play on for a 1-goal playoff if it gets that far. So stay tuned, folks. We're going to be right back shortly. So stick around.
All right, we'll be back shortly, folks.
If the goal differential is the same and they both won one game, then they will play a game of Air Zonk on the TurboGrafx 16. Not really.
That's not true.
No, that's not true. I made that up.
It's not going to be, though.
No, well, but maybe it should be.
We'll be back shortly, folks.
Just got those goosebumps.
You can pretty much do what you wanted to do when you wanted to do it every single time.
It's an archaic video game that's found in pawn shops.
I had only known the Genesis version.
I'm a Super Nintendo guy.
This is where winners become winners!
Got an addiction, and it's called NHL 94, and you're just gonna have to deal with that.
Learns your hot in this game.
Previously on Settle It on the Screen.
Because the NHL 94 tournament is coming up on Friday, and once again, we have Mikey McBrien joining us, and we'll talk about the tournament, the film coming up. We gotta get some NHL practice between me and Nick, because Nick's actually in the tournament, so he has a chance to win a prize or get out in the first 3 games or 6 games. NHL 94 world record holder Mikey McBrien, 18 goals, playing at 25 frames per second on the PAL.
I know. It's a true athletic record, that one.
When it comes to NHL 94, there's only 4 current world record holders. You have Mr. Friedman, who's the world record on SNES and Sega Genesis, Sega CD. You have you on the PAL version for the Sega Genesis. And you have Nick and I for 2-player. So if you think about it, on this show, there's 3 of the 4 NHL 94 world record holders.
Now, if we go to Vegas and we play live, would that still count if say, Lee and Raph went for that 2-player world record? If we do it live, would it count?
Well, if you do it, it counts. I'll record it for you. We'll record it for everybody else. But yeah, we want someone to beat it. You realize there's offsides, though.
Oh, how did Nick get that in there?
We purposely put that in there when we created the track.
It is the offside king, I know that.
Obviously, we have less than a week. We will be seeing you on Friday for the Pixelated Heroes debut. Is everything set for that? Are you nervous about releasing it?
It's been a long time. Well, there's been so much of us. We're all like family now. It's been 4 years working on it, and so I just at 5 o'clock today I watched the screener version to make sure there was nothing missing and stuff like that. It's sitting on a jump drive in my pocket, so we're going to play it on Friday night. It's going to be like preaching to the choir, though. It's going to be showing it to a lot of guys hopefully that are going to like it. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm very interested to see what people think of it after all this time.
Hi, folks. We're back. Welcome to Settle on the Screen live from the NHL 94 tournament. We're here with Mikey McBride. It has been definitely a successful weekend.
Oh, man, it's been nuts, man. And some great competition. That Super Nintendo game was nuts. Probably one of those nuts games I've ever seen. And then AJ coming around and winning. Dude, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. It couldn't have happened to a better second-place guy, King Raph, too.
Yep.
It's amazing. Even Eric from Chicago coming third. You know, This is great. Great event, man.
Yes, very awesome.
I have to ask, man. I would have never guessed that Raph would have been beaten like that. Like, you're talking about someone who is so good at this game, it's kind of stupid. And Jay, I don't want to take anything away from Raph. Jay looks amazing.
You know what? He came out, and this is a marathon. This isn't just sitting in your basement playing one game over a beer. This is a grueling 12-hour day to get this done. And you know what? The cream rises to the top, and you know AJ just happened to be the creamiest guy.
Yes, that's right.
Really important to be creamy at these tournaments.
Creamy.
Smelling really good too.
So it's been great. Thanks for you guys joining us. Still love and share and tell your mom once again about our video. They love us.
Everybody's mom all the time.
Because you know how many moms watch us? Lots of them. They really enjoy our content.
Okay, that's
right.
fine. That's fine. You know,
But
I just don't know what you want people saying that your mom watches us.
But make sure you guys Google search, check on Facebook, Pixelated Heroes, like the page, like the Twitter, like it all, so you know when it's available for you to watch on the multiple streaming platforms. Right, Mikey?
Yeah. And thanks, guys, for coming out, man, all the way from downtown Farmington Hills.
That's right.
To Las Vegas on Fremont Street. This is amazing. Big thanks to Downtown Grand for basically let us run the casino for a while, which was awesome. This has been great. And couldn't have happened to a bunch of great guys, man. It's awesome.
Yes, it's been a great weekend. Let's celebration. Everybody's drinking champagne here, not just the winners.
Yeah, absolutely. This guy. And because it's you, I have one more question. Obviously, we watched the screeners cut of Pixelated Heroes. Final cut. When is this going to be available?
Well, we're gonna try for March.
Okay.
We're gonna try for March. And then my question: when are we gonna get the perfect nachos?
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure that perfect nachos are possible. I shouldn't say that. It's something that everyone should always be trying to attain, but it's one of those things that I think you just need to let me have control of your kitchen, and then they can happen.
There we go.
You just need a duplicate of yourself, one to make yourself the nachos and you to eat them.
I think, well, that's the only way they're going to happen.
Because it's too much work to make the perfect nacho.
Well, and my version of perfect nachos might be someone else's version of the most disgusting food items on the planet. Because some people like that nasty goop cheese, and I just don't understand that.
And that beautiful sour cream.
Oh, no. There's nothing beautiful about that, Mike. It's garbage.
It spreads so easy.
It's called sour cream. That's not a food item. That's something you throw away and it went bad.
And thank God another bit was done on this subject, by the way. It's really important.
Okay, let's wrap her up. Let's go have some drinks.
Thanks again for my co-host Nick Houselander, Mike Jade, Mikey McBride. I am Michael Stroker. Make sure you settle on the screen. Check
and Josh Houselander.
Yes, and chop liver over here. I said Mike Janae. I have not had enough champagne. And just quickly, before we leave you, we got another tremendous event coming up here on the Twin Galaxies Twitch and Facebook page. We are going to be driving 24 hours for autism research. What does that mean? We got 4 guys playing Gran Turismo 5 for 24 hours straight, just like the real Gran Turismo. Can't drive more than 4 hours. We want to be safe. But we're looking for donations and pledges for autism research. All the donations go there. Will be 80%. There will not be a final hockey game, folks. I just got the teleprompter in my face. There will not be a Super NES versus Genesis playoff tonight. I know you guys are still waiting around for that.
Nintendo left the building.
Yes, the Super Nintendo left the building. All of them. All 8 of them. But make sure you guys like the event page on the Twin Galaxies Facebook page. That's where you'll find the link to pledge or donate. And join us Friday, October 13th, where me, Nick, Mike, Janae, and our buddy Jared will be driving for 24 hours just in time before the new game of Gran Turismo Sport comes out a couple days later. So excellent. So once again, thanks, guys. Thanks, Mikey. It is a dream come true. This is my King of Kong. It's no longer King of Kong. It's the King of 94. Once again, for my host, Josh Hollander. Mike Janae back home holding the control room. Mikey McBrien, Nick Hollander, my best friend. Hi, Mom. Nice to see you. Good night, everybody.
Dads are okay too.
Man, my mom's watching. I don't think my dad's watching. He's normally in bed by now. Good night, everybody.
Moms love us, like you said.
Yes.
See ya. See ya.
Good night.
We're definitely not this. Yes, we are.
You know, it's so I